Okay, it's good to be back. We are on session number 8, I believe. So good job, guys. You've
Yay!
survived 8 sessions. Nobody got affected in any way except for Celine, who, who's afflicted. And we only had one player death so far, so that works out really well. That's pretty good. I figured
Yeah.
I didn't think this many would survive. Um, okay, so just to recap from what we have real quick, um, our our players, um, of course, obtained Troll Skull Manor. We know that they turned into a pizza emporium, and they had sort of a rival, Emmett McDonald. Kind of found out Emmett McDonald was out to sabotage our players, and through events that unfolded, were rats attacked our players. Unfortunately, Elliot and Celine were afflicted by these were rats. They had their day, everything was fine, it really wasn't a problem, but the problem came the next night when it was a full moon and the
Mhm.
bloodlust overtook him. Elliot ran into Conan's room and began to kill Conan, and Conan screamed out, "Were rat!" And everyone jumped up to the rescue. And what they saw was not the were rat that Conan was talking about. They saw another were rat that actually was Celine, and so they began to fight. And earlier they had uh, I had to rewind back because I don't have my thoughts together. Earlier they met a wonderful bard, Ty Lee, who agreed to come and uh, join the party at their manor. And Ty Lee is in charge of entertainment, and she's already made started to make some good coin there. And so Tylee doesn't necessarily know everybody, but our wonderful bard was able to make the killing blow on Elliot, who then at that point the party discovered what was going on, and so they opted to do non melee damage to Celine.
Non-lethal
Non-lethal,
damage.
yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, non-lethal melee damage to Celine. Celine was able to survive, and Conan, not really knowing what to do with the body of Elliot, used his little escape hatch that's in his room that goes down into the storage for the kitchen. And he called down. He's like, "Hey, don't guys." Uh, they're like, "Hey, what is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's nothing. Don't mess with it." Well, of course, what is Cletus the cook gonna do when he gets a big bag of fresh meat that smells awesome? Well, he turned it into a very, very popular pizza called the Beef Lovers Barbecue Pizza that was all the rave the next day, and everyone loved it. And the players, our party, they came down and they tried it and they loved it as well. And I believe that everyone enjoyed at least a slice or two of the Beef Lovers Barbecue. Unfortunately, um, they ran out of the meat and they're not sure what they're going to do the next day because it's so popular. The next morning, however, they were awoken to a loud, thunderous boom, and it's at this moment that Ardal ran out, saw a scene of bodies, and cast I can't remember the name of the spell. Uh,
Create water.
something. Uh,
Create water.
create
I
water.
think it's what.
Create water,
Yeah.
utilizing the rain ability of it, and was able to position it in such a way that that as far as the fire goes on the buildings, it was saved. One of the buildings that was affected was in McDonald's, was on fire. The building next door, and of course the building here was on fire. That was basically put out about as instantly as she cast it. She was very quick at it. Ty Lee comes stumbling out second and notices that one of the dead bodies is the very gnome that she had captured the night before that begged her. He was on an important mission. Please let me go. Please let me go. And she did let him go. Noticing that he had something that he had stuffed in one of his little. We have to change the story a little bit, Ty Lee. He stuffed it in his little satchel, not his coat, but his little fanny gnome pack. So you kind of got to look at what he stuffed in his fanny pack. But right now at this scene, Ardal came out and did that. Ty Lee, you came out, you notice him, and you guys can see, those of you that are out, you can see that obviously something happened. A bomb was set up. This is certainly a crime scene for sure. Right now, no guards have shown up. This is all fresh, and you can see. And those of you that haven't come out yet, just go ahead and take this knowledge because when you come out, you'll know this as well. Um, Ardal and Ty Lee, you can see that there's one elderly female human. And on your screen, do you guys all see the map?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can move this here. Okay. Okay, you guys can see uh, a a dead elderly female human, two cloaked male humans. Um, you can see two female humans, um, and you can see one male gnome. Which sorry, you gotta hit me if I say it wrong. Ty Lee recognizes as the little gnome that she captured, and you can see, um, Ty Lee. This may kind of break your heart a little bit. You can see that two of the that there are two female halflings and two male halflings that clearly have musical instruments. They may have been on their way to try to audition for your band, probably. And this is the scene that you guys see. Real quick before we get started, though, let me let you guys introduce yourselves. So, Joe, why don't you go first?
All right. My name is Joe. I am playing Celine Radovan. She's a female gunslinger.
Awesome. And Amanda?
I'm Amanda. I'm playing Ardal. She's a halfling cleric. Life
Aw-
domain.
Awesome. And Corey?
I'm Corey. I'm playing Kara, who is a Tempest cleric.
Awesome. And Julie?
Hi, I'm playing the gnome who also has a fanny pack, by the way, because why not?
It's a gnome thing.
It's a gnome thing. Mine's pink.
Gnomes are from Florida.
Hey, what? Why do we bring Florida into this? What happened? How did we
There's
go
a lot of
south?
tourists.
Yeah.
A lot of tourists in
Oh, okay.
Florida.
I mean, if Eberron's Florida, then sure.
Yeah. And Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm playing Tylee the Bard. Tylee the Dart. Correction.
Ah, okay, the
The
dart.
Bard.
Dart.
Tylee the Dart.
Okay, yeah. So let's jump in. So here's our scene that's just happened. Tylee and Amanda, you were first on the scene. I'm sorry, Tylee and Ardal. The fire has subsided. You can see that. You guys also can see a couple of patrons around. You can see a small boy that is sort of, backing off. When this, as you guys saw this, these guys are kind of backing off. You can see what looks to be one of the shop owners over here, and what looks to be like a noble person over here. They were already there, and they're kind of, you know, backing. Like they were not killed by this, but they must have been in the street when it happened, and that opens us up. So let's go real quick. Ardal, since you took that down, Tylee, you see as I described it to you. What do you want to do?
Um, Tylee would probably be in shock, and I run over to the gnome that I saw earlier, and I'd like to investigate his body, and I don't care who sees me do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, that's fine. And right now, and by the way, Ardal, this is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you guys some extra time because of that. You dealt with it right away. So, the fire department really isn't necessarily being called here. Um, It's out. Fires out. So you guys do have some time. Yeah. So when you go and you investigate his body, you can see the pouch that you know, you can see the pouch that he had on, and the clasp is it's still clasp. I'm like what a orator of words I am.
The clasp is still closed.
Yes, the clasp is still like buckled, but it's
The bird
ripped.
has landed.
Yeah, but it's ripped, and so it's like this. It's torn open, but it's not like it was open properly. It was like it was ripped open, and you can see that that his little satchel's open there.
I would like to rifle my little hands through it.
Yeah. So as you dig in the satchel, you you find you don't find the stone, but you do get a piece of paper with the address that appears to be. God, you got to help me with the name, guys. Pizza Porium. What was dungeon dungeon
It's Dungeon Dive.
dungeon dive pizza emporium, and
Don't forget it's
it's
Troll Skull.
yeah, troll school dungeon pizza
Dungeon
emporium.
and dive.
Yeah, troll
And
school
pub.
troll school dun troll school dungeon and
Troll
dive.
Skull's Dungeon Dives Pizzeria and Pub.
Yeah, did you get all that? Because that's she said it right.
Close enough.
Yeah. So you see,
Spelled with a K.
It's
yeah,
not even my restaurant.
yeah, and it looks to be that this notice is sealed has it's signed Lord Neverember, and it says deliver the stone to, and it gives this address, and it is stamped with Lord Neverember. It says and then and you can see explicit instructions to not make sure you're not followed, and do not delay. I'll give you a bit of information that your character would assess from that. So it does seem to be a delay because Tyler, you would realize that you probably interrupted him en route.
And it's
And-
been like a day since I
Right,
did that.
right. Your character would come up. You would think this. He was on the way to deliver it that night, but because he was stopped by you, he diverted himself and hid out, and then tried again.
Mhm.
Your character, you assess that you probably you probably delayed him because he was not supposed to be followed, and you were hot on his trail. He had to shake off the heat. So, anyways, your character would probably come to that kind of conclusion that he was headed that way, and it's y'all's rendezvous that may have delayed him from doing it immediately. He was told to do it immediately, though, but that's what you get. You don't listen to the boss. Boom. Okay, so there we go. I mean, yeah, that's your 6 seconds. Okay, so it's at this moment. So Ardo's out. Let's see. Okay, Lockett. What do you just heard this? Do you go outside to investigate this boom? Or no? Didn't you say you?
So last we left off, I was like as far in the corner as I could have been.
Yeah,
on
you-
the second story,
you're-
looking out the window.
Yeah, your character would know. Yeah, and your character would know that this commotion is gonna attract city guard. So yeah, you may not
Okay.
necessarily. Okay, yeah. So you're up there. Celine, did
But
you? Yeah, go
What
ahead.
I will do is I'm gonna try and keep an eye. Is this at McDonald's place? This place over here?
Yes.
Okay, I would climb down. Is there a way that I can climb down? Is that like an athletics check?
Yeah. There's so much focus. You don't have to do an athletics to climb down. I mean, you could.
Okay.
I
I'm just
mean,
gonna climb down.
I can
and that's
climb down.
probably my full move.
Yeah.
That's probably my full movement.
Yeah. No problem.
But I'm trying to keep an eye on M. McDonald's place that
The-
just exploded and
Yeah.
everything that's coming around the corner.
And there's so much activity going on. It's easy to blend. There are other people around. I just didn't feel like putting those icons
I also
there.
have like my hood up and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like
Right. Yeah. You're able.
blinders on.
Yeah. You would be able to blend in. Let me see if I can draw
Yeah.
this.
Do you think I'd be able to get further from there with my movement in 6 seconds? I could use
No,
my action
probably if you're
too.
coming down from the second floor, coming out of the window and
Yeah.
coming down, you're probably about right. You get about there. I mean,
Okay.
it's probably close enough. Okay. And then so Celine, what do you do?
I don't remember what I had said I was going to do at the end of
You
last
you
week.
probably would have either come
Um,
out or you would have stayed in. It would either
yeah, but I can't remember. I think I said that.
your icon is out. You were on the other screen. You were out. So I'm thinking you might have came.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
must have come running
you can
out
make
then.
a call and we could declare
Yeah.
that's what happened. What you can either be out or in. You tell me.
No, I would be out, but I couldn't remember if I had said I was going to be on top of my like on top of the turret type thing, or if I had come out. I did. Well, I'll just come out the building.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah. So you come out and you can see this going on here.
I'm just gonna like look around and see if I see anybody suspicious
When
trying to run or hide in the
Yeah,
crowd or
as you
anything like
look,
that.
you do catch someone running from the north, and you almost feel a little bit like it sort of takes you back. And
Yeah.
Kara, describe to me who he sees running at him in full panic motion.
She's a small.
Yeah, you see this little tiny. Okay, go ahead. So
She's not tiny, tiny. She's not halfling, but she's only 5 foot, and she's clad in silver and blue armor, and she's hauling ass as best she can to get back to her group.
yeah, so when
She's
you
running towards me.
Yes, yeah, you're here, and then so in this movement, Kara, you could actually make it within melee range of Celine.
Okay.
You just may not want to give him a hug with all that silver on.
Yeah,
Her, I'm
That's
sorry.
not
good
my
idea.
problem.
You may,
That's theirs.
yeah, or you can. I'm
It
sorry.
burns! It burns!
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I didn't mean to push something on you. If you would, if Kara would run up and give Celine a big hug, go for it.
No, no, we're like rivals in the business.
Oh, okay.
So she
Yeah, so you run up and yes,
I heard that there was quite a bit of chaos that y'all went through. I may have some assistance.
Well, we're gonna need everything we can get. What the hell happened here?
I don't know about that, but I heard that there was a little problem with people getting into things that they shouldn't have been into.
You're describing this group every day. Don't narrow it down. but
She'll pull out the potion and she'll go, well, I heard that there were a couple of you that needed a little bit of a cure.
oh, yes, I'm gonna need that definitely, sweetie. But I think we have some fireball and damage that we need to look after at the moment. But don't you dare drop that vial.
She'll just hand over the vial, be like, this you can have. As for the fireball, it looks like it's out. That's just smoke.
and and Kara, Kara would know. You would know that the other one is for Elliot. You would know that. Like your character know, like you know who the other one's for. Um, so if Kara handed you the vial, Celine, you now have a potion of greater healing.
Awesome.
I thought it was greater restoration.
Yeah, I think greater restoration is what it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't. I don't, you know. What,
Healing
yeah.
thing that
Wait.
heals.
What is it? Greater restoration. You have greater restoration.
Yeah.
You know. You have a minor potion. you, you have a
You have a
minor.
minor potion of
Yeah.
stone skin.
You have a bottle of Red Dragon Crush wine from Barovia. Uh, um. Okay.
That's
Sorry.
funny.
What is it again? Greater Restoration.
Greater
Yeah.
restoration
Great.
is
Okay.
what
You
I
have
would
a
need.
potion
Yeah.
of Greater Restoration. Um. And yeah. I mean, mechanically speaking, I deemed that that was going to be uh the either the spell or the thing that you would need to take care of your affliction. Um. Okay. So you take that from uh Kara that comes down, and now we're back up to Ty Lee. Oh, do we lose Ty Lee? Okay, so I think we let's see if we may have lost Ty Lee in Discord as well here. Okay, so Ty Lee would tell you guys. Uh, let's see, can't hear. Hang on, I'm sorry, you guys were. Okay. All right. So Ty Lee would let you guys know about the note that she found, and about where this gnome was headed. Your characters feel that you do not have much time before the city watch is going to show up. I mean, you got a little bit of time here, um, and I mean, you have a little bit of time, but you don't have unlimited time. So let's go lock it. What do you want to do?
I okay, so with my action and my movement, I think I can make it to here.
Yeah.
But what I need to know is the air breathable in here?
And where? The the
In at McDonald's
Oh,
building,
in
because I know there's
McDonald's building.
smoke. Yeah. Is it breathable?
Um. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not it's there's damage there, but it's very minimal.
Okay.
Yeah. So no,
Uh,
it's like somebody had a kitchen fire or something, and they just put
okay,
it
so there's
out.
not like billowing smoke.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
That's
gonna
it's
try and figure out what exploded.
Yeah. So
If I have to wait till my next turn, that's fine, because I did use my action to get over there.
let me see here if okay. I think Allie's back in. Um. Okay, Allie, we just kind of said that you sort of told the group what you found in your note. Um, okay, and then yeah, so if you're going to go in there, if you're looking now, it kind of exploded. Um, the blast seems to be more like would have happened right about around in here. Um, so if you're uh, if you're looking around to see what happened, there's several people around. So again, you can see there's a little boy. There's one of the shop owners here, kind of not a noble person, but a well-to-do person up here. Um, if if you want to try to see what happened, those people were out there. Those people were on the street when it happened.
I'm more trying to figure out like if it was magic or if it was like an explosive device that was set there is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't
Yeah. So if
really
you
want to talk to
yeah,
people.
so if your character was looking for an explosive device, like something like Celine might have, you would see things like debris and uh, you would see things like debris and soot and stuff like that. Your character would, being adventurers, you would it would look like as if somebody cast fireball,
Okay. Um,
like a bunch of fireball.
And you said I would be right here because
Yeah,
that's
if
where
you
the explosion
yeah, if you
started.
were yeah, if you were walking over here and kind of looking around, you would not think it was a gunpowdered blast, but a magical fireball. I mean, not even necessarily like one. It's definitely
Is
was.
there like a gaping hole in this building so I can go into it?
And this building in front of you,
Yeah, because you
the
said that's where the explosion happened, right?
yeah,
Okay.
the building right here, yeah, it would be. It's pretty blown up, and um, I mean, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, if you wanted to go in that building, yeah, you'd be able to do that.
Okay, yeah. I would definitely go inside the building.
Okay, so as you go in the building, it looks like the whole front of it has been blasted out. Sorry. And the let's see here. It also the front of the building has been blasted out. Let me draw it for you so you can kind of see here. So it's like this. Like this is what's affected, and there's a gaping hole that actually reveals that it has gone into um, a herbalist shop. So it's kind of like there's a hole where you could go into the herbalist shop, and then everything that's in here is all affected. Everything else wasn't necessarily affected. Everywhere behind that pretty much just looks uh, like a home. Like it might even be the home of whoever owns the herbalist shop.
Okay. Is there any people in here? Like dead people or
No,
somebody that's
you
cowering?
don't see any body. Like, other than the front, it looks fine behind it.
Okay. I'll
And
take that as my 6 seconds because I feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
no
a
problem,
lot.
no problem. Okay, and then Celine, you're up. Now, your characters assess. So I'm not metagaming for you. I'm letting you know that you know. I'll say this: if something goes down in my town, I know I got about 2 minutes before the cops show up. So your characters know that as well. So you guys, I would say you have about one more turn before there's some kind of law enforcement. So this Celine would after Celine. So Celine, you actually could get two more turns. But go ahead. What do you want to do?
I still want to look around for anybody looking kind of. I mean, I know a
Yeah,
fireball
yeah,
just went off, but like
yeah,
people that are looking like especially nervous
right.
or
Yes,
sad
the
or
the gentleman I
just
just
suspicious.
yeah, this gentleman that I'm clicking on, he doesn't necessarily look
Yeah.
suspicious to you, but uh, not suspicious necessarily that you might think they were involved, but they're shooken up. I mean, they just saw a bunch of people die right in front of them, and they did. They're like rethinking their life. They're gonna give up death sticks and re-examine their life. So yeah,
uh,
this person would draw that attention to you.
like mind.
Oh, hang on, you're clipping out.
Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
Um,
Every time Celine says something
yeah, so I'm
profound, it
gonna
clips
start
out.
making my way. Can you hear me now?
You're
No?
roboting
Yes?
No,
really
Can you hear
hard.
me?
It's hard
Testing.
to hear
you
you.
you sound like Locket's rat.
Where at?
There you go.
Can you hear me
Perfect.
now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, I took myself off the internet, so
Huh.
maybe that. Okay, so I'm gonna start making my way over to the dude to try to get a hold of him and see, try to see if I can't talk to him.
Yeah. So if you go over to him, he's shooken up. And what do you say? Definitely he's that expression of that could have been me. He might even say that to you as you walk over, and he's just shaking his head like a few more seconds delay, and that would be me laying on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just like, whew. Hey, that was close. It was right next to my building. I don't suppose you happen to see anything. I know things might have been a little bit crazy, but I just wanted to know if you had seen anything, anybody suspicious running around, because
Yeah,
I kind of want to
he
get a
looks at you and
hold
he
of it.
said, and he again a little bit shaken up, and he goes, I I tell you, it was not a man. It more like a more like a puppet shaped like a man, but without strings. And it was on the rooftop. And when he says rooftop, he's pointing to um he's pointing to the rooftop uh here. He's
Okay.
pointing up here. Um and he said it hurled something into the crowd below it. It caused an explosion. I saw those halflings. Those they had music. They were playing a song and were so happy. And then in one moment they were happy and had their instruments, and now they're gone. They died right before my eyes.
It's all right. Obviously, this was a very traumatic time for you. Just go home, make yourself something nice to eat, and have a nice shot of a whiskey or something. Snuggle up to the person you love, and just thank God that you're not those halflings right now. And
Yeah, and he
I'll
goes,
make
I
sure.
don't know what this world's coming to. I was gonna grab a McDonald's Sunshine Meal, and like Emmix is closed now. What's going on?
Uh, yeah, that's probably not going to open up for a while.
And he
He,
goes,
he was the one with the rat problem. Come to think of it.
and he says, are are you the owner of that Dragon's Dive Pizza Emporium?
The Dungeon
The
Drive
dungeon.
Pizzatorium. Yes, yes, I am. I'm one of
Oh,
the owners, anyway.
I heard about that barbecue pizza you guys do. It was so amazing. Everybody said it was great yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to get one.
Yeah, that was a limited time menu item. It might come back in the future, but as of right now, it's off the menu. It was kind of like the Emic rib, that they had out a couple months ago. So it might come back, it might not. But I'm so
This
glad
is
that you
too
liked it.
real.
So yeah, he he kind of gathers his composure, like kind of this conversation with you sort of got him back into reality, and he begins to walk off this way at a slowed pace, still shaken up, but like he's kind of you snapped him back into reality there. Okay, that takes us up to Ardal. So you're up, and you just everybody those other bystanders that are around that look like boring people y'all don't want to talk to are kind of clapping at your like that was amazing. That was amazing what you did. You're our hero.
Ardal blushes very bright red and is just, oh, thank you. I was just, um, helping. That's what I do. Is anybody hurt? Does anybody need? I can heal
when
anybody.
when you say is anybody hurt, they kind of point at all the dead bodies laying on the
I
ground.
meant somebody that I can help.
You mean I you look like a cleric. You can't clerics raise people from the dead?
um, not that powerful yet.
Oh man, that stinks to be them.
Mm-hmm.
What? I mean, what a spot of luck to have a cleric right here, but you can't do that. Man, that what a bad day for them. And the
Mm-hmm.
kind of jerky people walk off. Um, okay, so Kara, you're up now. You kind of come onto this scene. Uh, you were sort of sent to deliver what you had to deliver, and man, this is what's going on with your party right now.
Y'all make enemies awful damn quick. Who decided to blow up things? But she's actually going to move up and see what's going on. Get this dumb icon to move.
Oh, do I need to fix it?
3, 4, 5. So I put it right about there.
Yeah. Hmm.
And she's just gonna ask if they've made any recent enemies.
Oh, ask the party. Yeah. So any of you guys can kind of answer that that's there. So guys, Kara, after you guys left the awning portal, Kara went up to the top of Mount Waterdeep to her temple. And she just returned. She just returned. Um, and so she doesn't know any of the events that's kind of been unfolding.
It's like, oh, sweetie, that's too much to say. But we might have pissed off a few people. I don't think this was aimed at us though, because it didn't really. I mean, it was near our building, but it really wasn't near our building, and thankfully, it didn't get any of us in its blast radius. But you never know. Maybe little Pinocchio didn't actually have the strength in his arm to toss it like he wanted to. We don't know.
Carol will quirk her eyebrow, kind of like, huh? Are you sure it wasn't a ploy to make us seem like the bad guys?
Ain't nobody blaming us yet, so I'd say that's a bad ploy.
Okay, Ty Lee. Ty Lee begins to play a song for everyone. So
Smooth jazz.
yeah, so Ty Lee, you would have told them about the letter that you found. Dee 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 dee
I gotta
dee.
play a SpongeBob song. We're too wacky.
Yeah, that's what the guards come up to. All these dead bodies and you guys dancing a jig like in excitement. More barbecue pizza.
Oh god.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Tyler. You're up.
Uh, guys, so I rummaged through this guy's clothes and I found a letter and it has our address on it.
Swing's just like, oh, damn it does have something to do with us.
And I may or may not have met this guy earlier.
Oh, Jesus.
And wink, he wasn't a customer. A wink.
Alrighty.
And,
Yeah.
So Tylee says, and now Lockett, you're kind of in the building, and you, yeah, you should do that every time somebody rolls like a nat one.
I don't want to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but I'm a bard. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Do it every time you're trying to inspire somebody and they
Yeah.
fail.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Then it's negative whatever the dice is. So okay. So Lockett, you're there and you're in the building. You can see that building was hit the most, and you can see that this. You see a person enter the building and kind of look through the hole and see you looking at them through the hole, and they seem to be distraught.
Can I
Yeah, I mean it's just a hole.
assess
I mean
that
it's
this might be the person who
Yeah.
owns the shop?
oh yeah. You would it would
Okay.
it looks it's you can tell just the way they look. They're
Can I Can I secretly cast disguise self before they get a good look at my face?
and initially when they walk in, you could sort of do that. Yeah, you could do that is kind of like a free thing to do because they're coming in, and you could do that.
I'm gonna make myself look like um the wizard, the little 8-year-old wizard.
Yeah, the little boy. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you do that, you she looks up and she says, "Are you hurt, dear?"
No, no, I think I'm okay. In my manliest little kid voice I can
Yeah.
muster. Uh.
She says,
Anyways,
yeah. She says, uh, um, yeah. So she says to you, "Oh, thank goodness. I can't believe I can't believe what's going on. I only got a glimpse of it, but I'm glad you're okay."
do you know why someone would do this?
And she says, "Well, look, you should just you should leave it up to the adults. I'm sure the city guard will be here
Well,
soon, and they can
I
help
can
you.
I can
You don't
help.
worry
Look,
about this. You don't worry about
I'm
these
gonna
things."
cast mending on one of the broken things.
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
look, I can help.
Yeah. So as you cast mending, then one of the things that were her holders that was broken down is, or we'll say like one of the pots is
Yeah.
made back, and she says, "Oh, bless your heart." And she she says to you, "I was watering the plants on the second floor, uh, and the blast blew this hole in the side of the wall. Luckily, I wasn't injured, but I did see through the smoke. I saw a cloaked man take something from that gnome out front, uh, and he was badly burned. I could tell, all over his shoulder. And then he headed out towards the bent nail, which for right now we're gonna say is this way. I may or may not be right,
Okay.
but for right now, the bent nail is this way. So just to clarify, because of my horrible acting skills, she she was basically saying to you that she saw a figure bend down and take something from what your character would know to be the little gnome that was laying down, and he ran off that way.
Okay.
I'd like to be thinking at the same time I'm still talking to Celine, like someone's like Stewie going, "Mommy, mommy, mother, 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 mom, mom, mom." Except I'm just going on this continuous story of me and the note earlier. Like, oh yeah, and then I ran over and like did this whole cool parkour thing, and oh my god, you know that like one thing, and I did that, and I did this, and so we had this thing that looked like a rock, but it was like, wait, did I see it? Okay, I thought I
Yeah, you
you
did.
changed
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You
Okay.
what I sent you. You know that description. You were able to get a look at it, but he tucked it away in his pouch. And that's what
And
he.
it like looked like a little tiny ball of like French bread, except like where the slits usually were, there were like eyeballs. Except like it was like all like a green thing, and it looked like a straw loaf of like really really moldy like shine. And yeah. And so I went through this parkour, and then I keep going.
And then, okay, so yeah, it's okay. That was
Before
yeah. Go ahead.
before we move on, I'm gonna just as I'm talking to this lady and I'm like trying to get as much information from her as I can, I'm just gonna start walking around and like fixing things with mending.
Yeah.
And
So
I can break my tools out and break anything that's or fix anything that's
and
mechanical.
and how long does it take to mend? Like 6 seconds per thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say that to fix the shop, I would say you would need
And I
to.
can only fix something that's a 1 foot diameter with mending.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'm using my tools to fix it because I can't fix her wall.
Okay. Her to fix her entire place up, it would take a day labor. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can do. I mean, you can keep. I mean, just if you came and helped, that's about what it would take. Okay. Do we still have Corey? Corey, you still with us?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
still here.
Okay, good deal. I lost you in roll 20, so I didn't know. Uh, um, okay, so then, so Celine, you're up, and so yeah, you saw that character sort of walking away.
All right, and so Tylee was the one who was talking with me too,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
you guys are hearing
running my
Tylee
ear
say all
off.
this. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just like, uh, it's like okay, kid, yeah, that's nice, but okay, is that gnome? So the gnome is dead here, right? He's no more,
Yeah.
and you have the note that was supposed to come to us, Tylee. I'm assuming she has the note that came to us, right? So, and I know that the guards are coming, right? So I kind of just start. I think we should all go back inside and let the police, let the city watch do what they need to do. I think we have some talking we need to do amongst ourselves.
Yeah, so as Celine sees this, you can hear, clear the street, clear the streets, good people. We are here now. We are here to assess the situation and take care of everything. We are the uh, forgot the name of the city we're in. we're the water deep. We're the water deep investigators, and we're here, and I'm a big block of people. So, all right. So he comes through, and and you can see his deputies um, kind of scattered all around here, and they kind of quickly move up, and as they come, one of the little boys dashes into your restaurant. Um, and so they come here, and so this gentleman that comes up that you can see kind of cross by, he he says, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, well, I like this name better, so this is going to be his name. So his name is Barnabas Blastwind. It is now. I think that's a funner name. I'm a city watch guard, Barnabas Blastwind at your service here, ma'am. And he's actually standing right by Celine. He goes, what can you tell me that happened here? If I understand it correctly, and I know everything about Waterdeep and everything that goes on here in Waterdeep, I know it all. Nothing gets by me whatsoever. And
Say so.
he says, what can you tell me that went on here? Keeping in mind that I already know everything, so I want to let you know that it's not good to lie to us here. That would be bad if you did that. So I already know, but I just want to know what you think happened here.
Uh, well, my good sir, the only thing that I happen to know is that while I was sleeping, I heard an explosion. I came
An
running out,
explosion, you say? An explosion. Can you describe
yeah,
to me this explosion? I already know, but I'm asking you just for
uh,
clarification, so that I know that you are a truthful person. So how did it
uh,
sound exactly? Was it like
uh,
what? Can you
um,
describe to me the sound?
it was really loud and hot, but I'm
It
assuming
sounded
hot.
like my tinnitus and a beginner's Sean player all in one. It
Any
was the
any
visual representation
any
of a sonic fireball.
any motions for you to
Oh my!
he motions for
Oh
you to
yes,
come
Tally.
over.
All right, thank you very
He
much,
goes,
Tally. Thank you. Oh,
oh, the famous Tylee. I enjoyed your shows at the Yawning Portal. I tell you, you really got a thing on that. You know how to twiddle those ivories.
uh, so he
Kara
just
will,
is
know,
chuckling,
refuse
just
to
kind of
leave.
like,
And Yeah, he's motioning for you to come over as well. I don't know if you go over to him and you tell that, or if you run away from him.
Screaming.
Yeah, but he motions for you to come over. Oh, let me know. Let me know. Now I already know. I already know, but I want to know what you know. What do you know? What do you know there, Ty Lee, the famous bard? But you don't like to be called bard. You like to be called Dart.
Yes, I am
What's the
highly.
rules? I don't know all the rules of you young folks these days. I'm not woke yet. What do you call yourself?
I am Tylee the Dart.
The Dart. Okay, Dart. Okay, darling. Oh, I'm trying to call you darling.
Uh,
But tell me about what's going on here. Just tell me. I already know, but tell me.
Well, I was jamming along here for a second, and I had a really good rip going, and then all of a sudden, the sonic representation of a flippin' fireball
Now hold
happened.
on a riff.
And
Now we don't condone drug usage here. We don't condone that. We I don't. You know when you tell me you're riffing out
music
here.
is my drug, man. No worries.
Well, come on. Look, I mean, old Barnabas here. In my younger days, I like to have fun too, but we gotta, keep it off the streets. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. I know I'm mansplaining. So he's looking at you intently, being quiet, and he's kind of rubbing his little beard.
Okay. Well, that's what I said. I just came out here, saw the carnage.
I can see. I can see. You sure there's no other information to tell me?
Yup.
And he looks at you. And then he looks over at the next person you'd probably recognize would be Ardal, and he says, what can you tell me? What can you tell me there, um, cleric? You cleric looking
Um,
thing, you?
Tell me
I
what
mean,
you
yeah,
know, cleric.
same
Yeah.
as everybody else. Heard an explosion, ran out, saw a fire. I created some water, put it out. You're welcome. No charge.
So as
Being a
you're
good
saying that,
citizen.
yeah, as you're saying that, he sort of walks over and goes, and he's kind of walking and kind of assessing the situation and actually you guys noticed that several of the guards that he brought with him all have these little notepads and they tend to be writing down everything he says like they're just following him and hanging on to every word that comes out of his mouth um, and uh, and as he's walking up past he passes a car um, and he says what can you tell me their cleric. Like, didn't I see you
She
running
look
earlier?
she looks at him. She goes, "Yes, I ran right by you. I needed to get back to my group. I'd heard some unfortunate news and I needed to make sure that everybody was all right."
Oh, and what kind of news was I already know. I already know. I already know, but I'm asking you to tell me what I already know. What kind of news was that?
Carol will cock an eyebrow at him. "Do you really know? Because I can cast Zone of Truth and we can really check and see if you do know."
And when you talk to him about casting a spell, he goes, "You're aware of the penalty for casting spells on the heads of the watch and everything. You know that's frowned upon."
I would just be making sure that everybody is speaking the utmost truth.
Oh, I know the truth. You already know. When I ask you a question, I already know. I know what I know. I just need to know what I know. And he kind of walks past you there, and so he comes now over to the scene, and you can see he's like come over here, uh, saith come here, and you see one of the guards actually his uniform is not really kept up like the others. The others are very worn perfectly, but this particular guard, it's like the uniform is like one size too big for him, and he's like, I'm a coming, Captain. I'm a coming over, Captain." And he comes over. What we got here? Yeah, and and he and
Subtle
he
part sound for Barnabas.
yeah. So you guys, you can hear he goes, it looks to me that I have this. I can see exactly what's going on here. So I know. So he says, write this down. And you guys don't hear what he's saying, but he's sort of whispering to Saith, and Saith is writing down everything he says. He's purposely telling him in such a way that you guys wouldn't necessarily hear what he's saying. So the watch is here.
So like Celine would be like, all right, everybody in your house, let them do their own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go back inside.
Yeah, I'd head inside too.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, if you go inside, I'm going to sort of move your icon over here. Okay, Ardal, you're back inside. Um, who? Anybody else go inside? Now they're kind of, watching the area and trying to assess what's going on.
I'm still in the herbalist shop.
Yeah.
By the way, it takes a minute to cast mending for me because I'm not magic.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
technologically proficient, but I'm still doing that as I walk around. I'm just like, see,
Yeah.
look, I can help, and you can trust me and tell me things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you're able to. So, as you're kind of spending a little bit of time there, um, she reveals to you that her name is Fala Leafleer, and
Can you spell that? Because
FALALEFALIIR.
So one more time. FLA.
No, FALA.
FA.
Yeah, FALA.
Huh?
Fala, like fala la la. And then LEFA
F.
LIIR.
IRR. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's the
And
herbalist?
yes. Yeah, so don't you get herbalist stuff? Is that kind of your thing?
I can. I don't currently have it,
Okay.
but in the future I can pick it up.
Yeah, so anybody that's in herbalism, y'all would probably want to meet this person. And just, just again, you have a good description that she saw somebody, a cloaked man, take something off the body of the gnome and run off towards the bent nail. You're like well aware of that. Um, the So as you guys are doing that, in the shop, when you guys come in, your employees are just kind of getting it open for the day. So you guys are serving your breakfast pizza. Kara, where do you stay outside, or what do you do?
She would have gone inside with everybody else.
Okay, so as you guys go inside,
Kylie would like to hang by the door and watch the scene still if she can covertly.
yeah, Tylee.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind of here. People are there having their breakfast pizza, and so Kara, as you come in, you recognize at one of the tables a little boy that you saw outside. He appears to be about 12 years old.
Oh, okay. So this is one of the kids that came running up, right?
Yeah, and he seems very distraught. Like he's kind of sitting at the table and just kind of it catches your eye. You recognize him from outside, but he looks pretty distraught.
She will approach him and smile, and she's like, "Hey, are you doing okay?"
And he says they're gone.
Who are gone, sweetheart?
All my friends, we were playing, and they're gone now. They didn't make it. They died in the explosion.
The halflings were your friends?
And he says, yeah, they're all dead.
And she'll kneel down beside him and she'll go, they may be gone from the physical realm, but their souls still carry on and they'll be watching over you. And they're not truly gone forever.
And he says to you, after the explosion, the reason that I didn't get caught is I was hiding in a barrel, and and uh, and 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 when the explosion happened, there was a plop inside the barrel.
A plop? Like somebody dropped a liquid on you or something?
And he says no, the 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 monster on the roof, he dropped something in the barrel.
What did he drop in the barrel, sweetheart?
And he looks at you kind of a little bit reluctantly. Can you give me a charisma, intimidation, or persuasion? Your choice. You can take your hammer. What did he drop? Or you can do it in a kind way. You just let me know. So either intimidation or persuasion.
I got a 17 for persuasion.
Okay, yeah. So as you're kind of trying to probe him for a little bit more, he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a a um, a necklace, and and on the necklace it has these beads that look. Hang on. Let me describe this to you here. Okay, so the necklace has on it. Um, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, on the necklace there are 5 spheres, like almost like little orbs, and they're kind of orange color. You may want to make a notice. So the necklace has 5 spheres, and they're orange orbs or orange circle like ball things. Um, and the two of the orange balls are missing, so there's only 3 remaining.
Would Kara be able to figure out that this necklace is the reason that the monster was able to cast Fireball?
Give me an Arcana check.
Sure, you have to ask for the one that she has flipping 0 in. And an 11.
Okay, no, I mean that's enough for you to your character your character is aware that this this is like associated with that in some magical way. You not may not necessarily walk away from it saying specifically that this would be a necklace of fireballs, but your character with that you do like you know this has something to do with it. You know that whatever was removed, this is involved. You just may not necessarily know uh, the extreme detail of it. But yeah, you're aware this must have some kind of magical property to it, and it was involved in that.
Okay, so she'll ask him if she can have the necklace because it's not safe for him to have. Um, and she'll offer to be his friend so that he doesn't feel so lonely.
Yeah. So he no he actually he's willing to do what you ask of him, and he hands it over to you, and 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 now let me ask you, now is this the first time your character has come to Troll Skull Manor, or have you been here before?
No, this is the first time she's been there.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something. What maybe why don't you just get the bright idea to let him stay there?
Okay, sounds good.
because
God,
you
we're running
guys
a
have built
goddamn orphanage. He's like the
this bar
first
is
kid we
full of
have.
kids. Okay, so all right, who do we got now? We got Ren, we
Free
got
labor.
Richard, Ren, Rose, and Thorn. Richard, Ren, Rose, and Thorn, and now we have his name is Martem, Martem.
Probably put that in
Trek.
chat so we could
We're gonna
remember.
turn ourselves into an orphanage.
I know. So Ardal, if you've now started giving school lessons up in the library, if
Oh,
school if
more than likely.
yeah, if school's in session, then you'll have Ren, Rose, Thorn, and Martem will be attending class today. Up in- so it's like a
Oh,
school
Lord
a
Almighty.
school for the dungeon and dives, pizza pizzatorium, and kindergarten.
At daycare.
Yeah, and daycare. And
You've just turned it into the D&D version of Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
that's
Well,
exactly what
I
I was
mean,
just thinking too.
Lockett made Chuck E. Cheese already. And she's got. I mean, and you got Ty Lee. Ty Lee.
She's a mouse.
Yeah, Ty Lee um. Okay, so
Just wait till all the children meet my rat. It's
Uh,
very scary.
yeah, so so it's about this moment. You guys you can see that uh, Barnabas Blastwind, he makes his way in, and the tavern is full of Barnabas and all of his guards as they are all having breakfast. Those of you that poke your head out the window, you can see that the clerics, and Kara, you would know this. The clerics of Thor have uh, are are gathering these dead bodies and making their long trip up to the temple for burial preparations.
She will bow her head as they pass with the bodies, and she will murmur, "May Thor's blessing guide your soul through the storm that is, so that you may rest in Valhalla with the others."
And they respond, "May it be so." Um, okay, so yeah, so they're kind of walking off there. Okay, so now you guys, you're doing pretty good here. You're lots of guards in here. Um, you've got so I just need to know kind of what you guys want to do. Y'all, we're a little bit out of. So Ty Lee, you have a pretty big audience here. I don't know. I don't know if you normally play in the morning, but I don't know. I mean, money's money, right?
She always practices a little bit in the morning, and she decides to take it out onto the stage. And she doesn't know Casper joins in this time, but she's playing not so upbeat, a little bit more of a more placid morning, and kind
Yeah.
in honor of the dead. Not like but in honor of the dead. And then morning
Just to be
after,
nice.
Yeah.
more along the lines of a French style Daphnis and Chloe a la Debussy.
Hey man, turn this into New Orleans where they play the happy music
Yeah.
after the people are buried.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so
We'll do
they're
the dance,
Yeah.
casket dance.
yeah, so the guards are enjoying, and roll a d10, Ty Lee, to see how much gold they throw at you. Um, okay, yeah, they're there. You guys, you have this blast. Your characters would all know that Tylee found that this gnome was carrying a note telling him to drop this stone off to you. That he wasn't to be distracted and was not to make sure he got followed. Um, not in, you will not know about the cloak figure until Locket shows up. So right now y'all don't know about that. So Locket,
Uh,
you're hanging out.
so my disguise self spell wears out in an hour. So after fixing like 60-ish items, I'm gonna look at her and say, "You know what else I can do?" And I'm gonna make it look like I cast disguise self, but in reality, it's fading away. So I'm just turning into my normal self.
Nice.
And I'm gonna say, "I saw this lady a really long time ago, and she was running away. But isn't her hair pretty?" Still keeping my little boy voice.
And yeah, so she goes, my, you are talented. Hang on, I think Allie. Let me jump in here. Yeah, no, she's definitely impressed with you.
And I'm still trying to fix all of her stuff, and I'm just trying to make a good friend at this point. She's told me
Yeah,
everything I need to know, and I just want to make her my friend.
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely have favor with her. Um, okay, so this is kind of the scene. You guys are back, and now Celine, if you uh, you the potion that you have, that greater restoration. Did I say it right? um,
Yes.
now and then now uh, Kara, your character would. I mean, I meant to say this. You were instructed who to give these to, and you've given it to Celine, but you haven't seen Elliot and all this. So what I'm
At
saying,
this
Celine, if you take that when you have an action, you
point,
can just take it.
yeah, Kara would have
Yeah, I
asked
was.
what was going on and where Elliot is.
Yeah. So who are you asking about Elliot?
Uh, Celine.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe Celine, maybe you'll be taking that potion in her presence.
Yeah, I just like cheers, and then
So
giving it a down.
yeah. So as you take it, you can feel this kind of a little bit of a convulsion, and uh, and Kara, if you're sitting there right with Celine, you can see this kind of a almost like a wolf spirit float from Celine and up into the atmosphere and dissipate. And Celine, you
Ooh.
feel your complete old self now.
Ugh,
Oh,
dang.
and you let me know. Does greater restoration heal body parts?
No, I don't think
I
it
think it only
actually.
does one effect at a time.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you feel that spirit
Yeah, the
go.
scar would stay if
Yeah,
that's what
okay.
you're
I don't know.
talking
It was
about.
gonna be up to you, but okay. I,
um,
it wouldn't fix it anyways. So go ahead.
so yeah, she's asking about Elliot. I'm like, listen, I don't know what happened. I mean, I'll.
When you're saying this,
Who am I
does your
telling
mouth
this?
water? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Y'all's characters actually don't know that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're the only person that really knows what happened with Elliot is Conan. Y'all actually don't know.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Um, so who am I telling this to?
I mean, you could tell Kara the events of what happened.
All right, so legitimately Corey doesn't know what happened, right?
Yeah, Corey, when you guys sort of split the awning portal after rescuing Floon, uh, Kara or Kara went to her temple to focus on attuning better to her weapon, to that
Okay.
which is what you want to do. And Corey, you can jump in if you want to share this. I don't want to step on your toes or anything, but Cora, while she was there, she was prompted by one of the high priests that she needed to get to you immediately, and you guys needed assistance, and she was given these two potions. But the trip took a day and a half. Is that okay to say,
Okay.
Cara?
Yeah, that's fine.
And yeah, so when she came up to you, yeah, she's totally unaware of all the stuff that's been going on. So you're kind of just now filling her in on all this.
Yeah, so Celine's just like, oh, honey, it's been a crazy couple of days. So while we were trying to open up, there were rats attacking people. They attacked us in the middle of the night. We thought we got out of the mall. Then the health inspector showed up. Rats attacked him. We put him to sleep, tried to get him away, try to convince him, at first that it might not have really happened, but he obviously was like, no, it happened. And we're like, yeah, okay, it did. Then we went looking for Ed McDonald, and he said something because he had said something to people about rats and how we shouldn't have them because they're really bad. So we're like, maybe he's the one who sent the rats over. So while we were trying to figure this out, we found pieces of his uniform, and we went and go search his place. And when we did, Elliot and Conan were arguing way too much. So I went over and I got all the employees to come out of the house and come over to our place so they can help me hide the toys that I bought for our children that are up there now. And Elliot and Conan, they went searching and they found some stuff. I got attacked by the were rats. That's why I turned into one. Elliot got attacked by them. That's why he turned into one. Anyways, we managed to kill them all, got rid of the guard and everything like that. Emmett got arrested because we cast Zone of Truth and he was able to tell the truth. And he confessed to everything. And then we went into the house. Right, we had a day to ourselves. We kind of doing our own thing. And then at full freaking moon, all of a sudden, here I am attacking people. Right? There's another. I didn't want to, but I'm a were-rat. What else could I do? So I'm attacking people. I knocked two of them down. Elliot's trying to stab the heck out of Conan. They take him out. They knock me out. Thankfully, you gave me the potion I needed to heal myself. Apparently, don't know really what happened with Elliot afterwards, but we killed him. So he's dead. Yeah. Did I get that all? Did I get that all? Did I kind of look at the people around?
You get an inspiration dice, and you can carry this one over into the next session. Or actually, you know what? I'll just let you keep it. You can have it, and that's one of my special rule inspiration dice. So on your sheet, make sure to write one. Good job. Somebody pays attention. So after that, I imagine Kara is like, who in the world is M. McDonald? What's an M. McDonald?
Very, very confused by this whole turn of events.
So all you need to know is Elliot's dead. The rest is kind of taken care of.
Selena actually explained it very well to you, but yeah, I know that had to make no sense whatsoever.
Like, real quick question: why a pizza parlor?
Because that's what Conan and Elliot's players really want. Like Conan really wanted a pizza parlor, so and Elliot wanted to move it into something else too. So we all kind of just settled that it's a pizza parlor and a pub. Like we'll just. It's a tavern that specializes in pizza, basically. I don't know. That's just the way they wanted to go.
Carol will just rub her temples like, oh,
yeah,
I really need this information.
So that was me during that game. It's just rubbing my temples like, can we just please make it a tavern? Can it just still be whatever? Just go. Let's move on. We've been arguing for 45 minutes about what we're going to call this place.
I mean, to be fair, Elliot's the one who passed away, so I think Conan's idea would triumph because he wanted it to be pizza. So maybe the tavern part goes away.
Yeah. So okay, so all that was 6 seconds. Yeah. So during the time that Celine gave that speech, Lockett built a whole army of rats, and she built his breastplate and all kinds of stuff, and everything's mended. The whole
no.
Yeah, actually, the entire module's complete now, and
yeah,
you guys defeated
Lockett's just helping fix the building, nothing else. She'll break out her smithing tools and help try and repair the wall.
So yeah, so you guys can hear that um down uh downstairs you can hear Barnabas is sounding a little bit getting a little bit tipsy there, and he flicks he tosses a coin to his toss a coin to his bard,
This
and
Witcher.
yes, he tosses a coin to his bard, and Allie's like, I'm eating, don't give me anything. But he but he asks for, he's like, come on, Eureka, I figured it out. And he goes, this is a time to celebrate, and he tosses a coin to have celebratory music with the sound of food smacking. but anyway, so if you comply, Tylee picks it up a bit and plays a little bit more joyous music, and um, uh, let's see, and then uh, so you can hear this downstairs, and he's kind of a little bit getting drunker and drunker. I don't know if you guys have a limit, but he passed out about 2 ales ago, so he's really
She
happy right
plays
now.
Joe's music not because she got paid by him, but out of spite, and he is drunk.
Yeah, oh absolutely, yeah,
I would like to do some table stomping and some outrageous clarinet that would shock the faces of all of the old people in the audience. I would like to
yeah,
frame my performance around a bar audience,
yeah,
and I would like to induce the clarinet scream.
yeah, so the the elderly patrons, they cover their ears up and they walk out, and and it frees up
Unless
the.
they're cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. One couple stays. It looks to be like one of the it looks like one of the employees at that night realty place up the thing. He's a little bit older. He's there and he's really enjoying it.
Night realty
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
She
Night
was
realty.
not gentle in shifting the.
Oh, no. So he yeah, so they're kind of enjoying it, and yeah, you guys are actually having a very good day. I mean, things have really picked up for you guys, and and um Barnab one of the or the guy saith, he walks over to the tavern, and he's like, is there a place where Barnabas can rest? We can't let him out like this. Do you guys have any rooms for rent?
Like, nope.
And
God damn it! All right, you just sleep in my room. I got some stuff to look after, anyways.
yeah, so they bring Barnabas up, and they're like,
Actually, no, we take him to Elliot's room.
yeah,
We throw him in
they go
Elliot's
to
room.
Elliot's room, and there's blood all over the floor, and y'all, and they don't even notice that, and you toss him up there, and he's out like a light. So your characters are gonna have an hour before he wakes up. Ardal, what are you going to do in that hour?
I'd probably be doing class with the kids in the library,
Yeah, absolutely. There.
teaching them stuff. If they've got 4 kids now, I couldn't
Yeah.
let them just sit around all day.
2 + 2 is 4.
hmm
4 + 4 is 8. Um, and okay, and then Kara, what would you do for an hour? Um, this tavern has many rooms, and so you kind of so what? Here's what we kind of ruled. We're kind of the tavern is an evolving building, so you can describe how you want your room to be, and then it appears.
Um,
Like pink unicorns or.
no, 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 no,
Hey,
no,
do I have
no.
a room? I never
Oh
got
yeah,
a room.
yeah, Tyler, you get a room too. Sorry. Okay. Hey, all right, Kara, what's your? So yeah, so the way we deemed it is, you describe what you have, and then that's what was there within reason.
You mean I can't
I
have a
was just
schmelter?
What's a schmelter?
It's
It
where you
melts
melt metal
iron and
to
stuff.
make it into the things.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can have one of those. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
All right. So, Cara, what do you? How would you describe the room that you would want to take?
I don't necessarily know that Carol would want a room that would be super specialized at the moment. She
Just
would
have
just be
like
sitting
rain
with the
clouds.
necklace, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If you so yeah, if you want, you can sort of make your home in sort of the rooms that has a basic bed, a basic chest of drawers, a small table, and a chair.
Yeah,
It
something like that. I mean,
yeah.
she hasn't been around for, the purchasing of this building or receiving of this building and everything else. So she wouldn't really know that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so it could be kind of a temporary place for you, and it's a place where you can sort of store your stuff and put up your posters and your flyers or whatever you have. And then okay, so Tylee, what room would you have made for yourself?
Tylee's room would be a la Harry Potter, addressed to the cupboard under the stairs. So she would have it in the most inconvenient corner of the mansion. Doesn't matter which floor, where. It would be.
Well, there is a play if you want that on the bottom floor, like where you could come out of the stairwell and go right to the stage. But it's bigger than Harry Potter's. I mean, it would be.
I live in the pit.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, you have a yeah, you have
Under
a
the stage.
yeah, you have a Harry
I live
Potter.
underneath the stage, and me and Harry Potter. It's Tylee the Dart addressed to the pit beneath the stage.
Yeah,
Um, and in the pit,
like a rave
I would
pit.
like to say, no, like in theater they have an orchestral pit.
Oh, I know what you're
It's
talking
not
about.
always an orchestra, but it's right beneath the stage, and there's only one little spot where the conductor could see the vocalists and the actors on.
Yeah, I
So I
got you.
live down beneath there, and it's basically a cave. And I'd like to think there's all sorts of ropes and things down there, and random hanging instruments, depending on how long Tylee has been here. Considering it stays, there's not much levers, bits of metal, and maybe she keeps Casper's drums down there in a corner in a pile of sheet music, occasional music scattered. But she memorizes
Yeah, absolutely.
stuff.
Um, okay,
That's
so
in the section of the
There's
basement.
a wall with broken reeds stuck into it. Since she's Tylee the Dart, she threw one once, and one got stuck in a wall.
yeah, and
And that's Tylee's
so
room.
so Lockett, you're did you make it back or are you still?
I'm still with her.
Yeah,
So I'm like good friends with her now, and I'm gonna say that I probably helped as much as I can in the time that I've been there.
yeah,
I'm gonna sit down and say, "Do you have any snacks? It's been a long day."
yeah. So so she's able to provide that for you, and you guys have a
As we're sitting, and just gonna mention, do you know who Ed McDonald is? He was in the building that's right next to you.
and she says, Yes, yes, I know it. It's amazing what happened. I heard he got arrested. It shocks me. Such a nice man.
Were you guys close?
Just acquaintances of business.
So you don't know any personal details about him. I heard that he was trying to hurt the people that own that building, and I gestured to the place that I've been secretly living.
Yeah, and she says, I'm not aware of that. I know that building. They say that there's not rats over there, but there was at one time. I can't eat over there. Those people are nasty.
You didn't go there yesterday? They had awesome pizza. It was like,
No,
do you
not
know what a
after.
barbecue is?
I
It was
I
like
would.
a barbecue.
Yeah, but they said there were rats, and then they said they're not
What if
rats.
what what if I bring you a slice of their pizza and then you can look at it and then you can decide if it's good pizza?
I I don't know. Maybe
Look, I have a little bit of money. I can go get you one.
and she says, I don't know. Just the thought of eating rats makes me sick.
There's no rats. I was there. There's none. They even have flyers around town saying there's no rats, and that was false information.
Well, I don't know how I feel about it. So give a persuasion, a contested persuasion. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
I
I
mean,
think it's
no, I was
I
trying
think
to.
it's supposed to be contested for insight, but I'm not
Hang
gonna
on.
tell you what to
Yeah,
Let me see here. Hang on.
yeah. You'd roll insight.
do.
She'd
So
roll
Well, she's
persuasion
trying to
or
persuade.
deception, depending on.
Yeah. Well, what I was ruling is that Lockett is trying to persuade her to try some pizza. So
yeah,
that's yeah. So give.
I got an 18
Okay. So I'm just
with
gonna
no
do. I'm
modifiers.
just gonna do a. I'm gonna do a persuasion for her, and she got a 7. So yeah, I mean you did. She not only agrees to try it, but she agrees to go with you and give it a second chance.
You know, the people there are really nice. I bet they'd like to know more about your shop and how they can help. They used to go and help people with other things. Like they're the ones who found out that Ed McDonald was messing with them and trying to hurt their business, which is probably why you heard about that rot problem that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So yeah, she if you take her there, she willingly goes with you.
Okay, yeah, I'll take her there, and I'll just kind of introduce her to either Celine or Tylee, whoever's in the
Yeah.
lobby
So
at that
Tylee
point.
would be up on the stage. Celine is up in her room. Um, and Kara, I guess Kara, you're still with Celine, I guess.
Plus, I wouldn't know who Kara is because I didn't meet her yet.
Oh, did you not meet her in the beginning?
No, because I ran straight to this building. I didn't like. I probably saw her in the crowd, but I didn't like officially meet her.
Oh no, I meant in the when you guys were in the yawning portal.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I would
Yes,
know her. Never
yeah.
mind.
Okay, so Kara, are you with Celine or are you downstairs?
Uh,
Kara.
if not, I'm just gonna like flag down Tylee.
Wait, yeah, she may.
Are you waving at the little like conductor hole? Like I maybe have a mirror there so I can see if people wave at me from on the stage.
I mean, if you're not on stage, I would probably know where your room is.
Okay,
So I would just like
I'll be on
knock on
stage.
the roof and be
Tylee
like,
does.
Tylee, can you help me? And you might not recognize my voice, but you would recognize me upon seeing me.
Yeah.
So let me. Okay, I think Kara, were you upstairs or downstairs? I saw Kara jump back. Did we lose you, Kara?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here. I
okay.
had to disconnect.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just trying to just get were you upstairs or downstairs? Like after talking to Celine, would you have come downstairs or would you just stayed upstairs?
Wherever the room that she is in.
Okay, then you're gonna be. We'll stay at the same floor as Celine. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm okay. So let me get back to you guys. Okay, good deal. You're up. Lock it.
I'm just trying to get Tylee's attention.
Yeah. So Tyler.
Get up in the room.
Tylee, this lady wants pizza, but she also knows about the explosion. She saw a person, and you should talk to her because she's very nice and she's my friend now. And you can tell I'm using a different voice than what my normal voice is.
So when you say that, she without any hesitation shares with Tylee that she says that she was watering her plants in her greenhouse, and after the blast, she looked out the window and she saw a cloaked figure take something from that little gnome that died, and he ran off in the direction of the yellow arrow.
As the conversation starts happening, I'm just gonna excuse myself. I should probably go home, and I leave the building and I go to McDonald's. But we can get back to that later.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so that yeah, so now you're aware. Your character now knows that a shadowy figure took the stone. And let's see. So what is Tylee gonna do? What are you doing in the hour?
Is this an hour like at the end of the day?
No, this is midday.
Oh, midday. She will be sitting just off stage, checking her reads.
Yeah.
Maybe talk. It looks like she's talking to herself, but having a chat with Casper. Uh, Thinking of some new schemes.
Okay. And then Locket. Now you. That's kind of what you did. I get. You know you. We'll
Yeah.
just say during that time you convince her and all that. All right, Celine. Right now you're up in the room. You've got this really handsome Barnabas Blastwind unconscious on your bed. Or no, y'all put him on Elliot's bed, didn't you? Never mind.
Yeah, I put him in Elliot's room, but
Okay.
I would say Celine's trying to figure out. Celine, I would want to know if she would be able to recognize the description of, like, if she could tell if that guy was telling the truth, like that it was a puppet and that it was some weird creature, puppet without strings. Like, if would she know what that was? Would she be able to figure it out?
Yeah. So you're trying to maybe kind of uh like a set
Like,
like
maybe looking at
you're
stuff in the
yeah.
library, trying
Okay.
to see if.
So if you go down to the library with Ardal and talk to Ardal about that, man, it sure would be good if Conan was here with his book.
Yeah.
Is this the one where he had that book where he got the whole? Oh, Volos, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so if
the
he
Volo
just
decks.
so if you take your hour describing that to Ardal, um, uh, let's see, Ardal. Now you have what do you have as far as lore? Do you have some kind of a feature that gives you something with knowing about lore and stuff like that?
Um, Researcher, when you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you have to know where and from whom you can obtain it.
Bless you.
Wait, say that to me one more time again.
Sorry.
Oh
When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you have to know where and from whom you can obtain it. Usually, this information comes from a library, scriptorium, university, or sage, or other learned person or creature.
yeah. So I'm gonna just give it to you. You know the book to go.
If
Because
I'm college
yeah.
of lore, would that mean I'm proficient in stuff like this, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, I think so. I think we call it.
Okay.
Now because this information isn't necessarily not known, y'all may not know it, but it's not. It's not. So there may be a situation where if something's really really special, it may not be this easy. But anyways, you look and you take the description of it. Kind of puppet people, or whatever it is they describe, and it describes to you. Tell me if y'all can see that on your screen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it describes to you kind of a mechanical being, has a kind of like copper tone, and they tend to be able to move pretty much like humans. Um, and yeah, so you guys actually find a picture in one of the books of this where someone had trained one of these, and these are called nimble rights. So you know the name of them. They're called nimble rights, and yeah, I mean if someone were to train one of these to climb up on a building and attack, they absolutely that could be done. They don't
It's
necessarily
called a
have
nimble one.
yeah a nimble. Hang on, it's called
Nimble
a
right.
jack be nimble right. Um,
Okay,
you
thank you.
your care you know that they tend to do what they're told. So I mean, it's kind of that it's not like they don't have any free will at all, but they're
Hmm.
think of it maybe like a little kid even. They have free will, but they're kind of easily manipulated with Nutella. So so anyways, so did everybody get a good look at that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out how to make it go away. See, okay, I'm gonna. There we go. Okay, so hopefully it went away for you.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Let me see if it will. It the thing will roll 20. You got to switch between every layer to do something. Okay, now we're back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you described that, and Celine. Again, at any point that you guys want to make this aware to the party, just let me know. Anytime y'all reveal this information, so you guys find that out. It's about that moment that, uh, Cara, if you're in your room, you can see Barnabas kind of pokes his head in, and he goes, "Oh, I appreciate you. You letting me rest in your place here. I think I have the whole thing figured out, and I know exactly what's going on, and I appreciate you. I'll be on my way now."
All right, good luck.
So he's saying that to, well, right now he's saying
Oh,
that to
sorry.
Kara.
That's
Yeah,
all right. Sorry.
you just feel like you want to say good luck, and Ardell's like, "What? Good luck about what? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Okay, so Kara, he comes to you. He reveals that he's figured it all out, what happened, and he's saying thank you. So, do you want to
Tara would
flip him the bird?
just nod. She's not going to fight with the watch, but
Yeah,
she does know that this man is quite the imbecile.
yeah. Okay, so then it's about that time. He's coming down, and he makes his way past the library, which he sees you two, and he goes, again, I can't thank you enough for your hospitality. I have everything figured out now that I was able to rest on a little bit. I got the whole thing figured out. I know exactly what happened.
All right. Good luck. Need
um,
any help? You know where to find me.
and so he begins to make his way down. Lockett, are you and Tylee are on the downstairs, right?
Yeah, I actually left to
Oh,
go to a McDonald's, so I'm not there
okay. So
currently. As soon
Tylee,
as
he
they
would
started talking, I left.
he would come, and he'd say, man, it's a shame what happened to that little gnome. Tylee, is your character a gnome?
Halfling, but I'm
Huh.
short.
So yeah, he kind of looks at you being short, and kind of, he's like, he's height. He he's like, assumed just 'cause you're short. Yeah, he assumes that all
No.
short people are the same. And he goes, that's a real shame what happened to the little gnome there.
Mhm.
Did you know him?
Only I think he came to one of
So glad I'm not
my
there.
shows once.
And yeah, and he says, let me see here. Okay, yeah, so he looks at you, and he says that poor little gnome, he never stood a chance. He was running away from armed pursuers, and he says, based on my assessment of the situation, and when he says that, he kind of does this. Based on my assessment of the situation, I can see that he was being pursued by three people, but the third person. This is what gets me. This is what gets me. The third person wasn't there. So I know that he was chased by three, but the third one's not there. And neither the gnome or the pursuers going after the gnome knew that this fireball was going to happen.
Huh?
So it looks to me like a big mess. And I tell you, you guys are hospitable. You are hospitable. But I got my eyes on you. Because something's going
I
around here. Something's
I
going around here.
I mean, I'm planning a new set, if that's what you're getting at.
By the way, did he pay to use the room?
Yeah, he would have paid whatever or actually, he wouldn't have paid, but
His
Saith
guards.
Saith would have paid for it. And now we're a little bit like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, and let's see here. he says I just don't know if you guys are involved, but if you are involved, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out who
You're talking
did
to the
this.
bard here.
I'm talking to the bard, and yeah, and he heads out. The Let's see here. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, he's gone. So now it's midday. You guys know what you know. Let me know if you want to do anything. Let me know how you
So
want to end the
I'm
day.
I'm at a McDonald's. Is there like an easy way to get into his building that would not draw attention to myself?
Well, Emick's in jail right now, so there's no. It's practically abandoned right now.
Is his door just like open and I can just walk in?
It's blown out right now.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure nobody's casing the place. So I'm like looking around making sure nobody's watching the building.
Yeah, no, it's no. They're pretty. They're kind of open right now. They're gone.
Okay, and then I'm gonna walk inside and my main goal is to figure out if there's a like a linking passage between the herbalist place and McDonald's place. Like is there a tunnel that leads to them?
Yeah. So if you go in there, were you in there when Conan and Elliot searched the place? Were you there with them or?
No, I wasn't
No,
here
she's
that
outside.
episode. I was
If
making my
so,
rat.
in the over the course of about I would say an hour, you would be able to see in the upper room where the flyers were made that told that talked about y'all. You can see the Foot Lockers downstairs where the employees stayed. I don't know if you heard any of that or what before, but yeah, you would know the whole layout, and nothing would strike you as like a tunnel to another place. It actually looks like a pretty small restaurant.
Okay.
Most of the
Can
stuff's
I
might have
try
been
and
looted because y'all looted it already.
can I assess like the damage to the property? Like would it be fixable according to my standards as an artificer?
Yeah, you can assess that it has about 2,000 gold worth of damage.
Okay. Um and can I assess how long it would take to fix it?
I mean to fix it up in regular people would take like or 5 days, like
Okay.
regular people.
The crafting tools say that if I was gonna fix it myself, it would half the cost and then divide that cost by 8, and that's how many hours it would take me to fix something or make something. So is that what I would assume how long it would take me to fix it if I bought it?
Wait, how long? What are you saying it takes you?
So for an artificer, if I cut the cost, so you said it cost 2,000 gold, so if I cut that in half and it's 1,000, it would take 1,000 divided by 8 hours for me to fix it. Would I assume that that would be within my range?
What would so you have to help me with your character. It would take a normal crew 5 days to do it. So
Okay.
what can you do magically on your own? Can you do the equivalent of 5 days work?
Let me do the
Because
math.
they're having a
So,
demo. They're having a demo first and then repair.
um, okay. So it would cost 2,000 gold, right?
Yeah, for
For
normal.
normal
Yeah,
people.
normal to hire
Okay.
someone to do it.
So I would cut that in half because I can use magic to help me fix things, and then divide it by 8. So it would take me 125 hours to fix it by myself.
Okay, how many days is that? Like 3 days or
There's 24
No.
hours in a day, so yeah,
4?
probably like 3 days.
What,
Nope.
if there's
3
20?
days is
Actually, more like
72
5,
hours.
yeah.
And
Well,
what,
5?
what did I say it was going to take?
Be
5 days.
about 6
5
days.
days for
But it was
5
5 days.
days for a
Well,
regular
yeah.
crew.
Well, actually, I mean, in a way that means your ability is to kind of you can do yourself what would take a
What
crew
a
to
whole
do.
group can
Yeah,
do
so then it works out. Yeah, it'd be
in 5
about the
days.
same.
Okay.
A crew could do it, or you could
Okay.
do it. Yeah, you could do it for
Okay.
half. A crew would take. Um, okay, so
And
the
I'll go back after I assess that.
yeah.
And I'm making sure that
So
nobody's watching
let me
me
give you
like
guys some
move between
information,
buildings.
which you guys are fine to ignore, but I just want to make sure you guys as characters understand that you're ignoring it, which is okay. I mean, you don't have to know, but Tylee knows that the gnome had a note to deliver a stone to you, which she described to you guys. That gnome was attacked and the stone was taken and the guy ran away. And now y'all as characters may not care, but I just want to make sure your
Yeah.
characters are aware that. So Tylee, you know the gnome was bringing you this the stone that you saw him put away that he kind of was acknowledging. You now know that that stone was meant for y'all. And at the time it wasn't for you because you weren't part of the group. It was, but now it's meant for y'all because you're part of the group. So you know that he was headed to you. You guys know that he was ambushed by a nimble right. Well, actually, he was ambushed by three cloaked figures. Two died, one made it, and there's a third nimble right that attacked. And one of the shadowy figures took the stone and ran off in the area of the yellow direction. You don't have to care about that. I'm just letting you know your characters, whatever the person risked his life to come bring you, got stolen.
So, okay, but there was only the one nimble, right?
Yes, one
That
nimble
you just
right, but
okay.
there's three. There were remember the
Three people.
Celine doesn't necessarily know this, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to deem at some point y'all all got together and told each other what y'all know. So y'all know.
Yeah.
So y'all know that the gnome was attacked by three cloaked figures. Two of those cloaked figures died. One of them was burned and made it away. You pretty much know with the stone, whatever, and you know the stone was meant. The gnome was bringing the stone to you, and they all got blown up by the nimble right.
Okay.
So, um, if you guys were playing that millionaire Monopoly game at McDonald's,
Yeah.
and there was like a token, and it fell on the ground, and people started fighting over it, and one person grabbed the token and ran off. You guys have probably assessed that that token may have been valuable or something.
Well, yeah.
That's sort of this. That's what's going on right now. But it's okay. You guys can make your pizzas or whatever. I don't want to force something on you. I'm just letting you know what's going on. Just in case. That way, if you choose to ignore it, you know you're ignoring it.
Are we picking up what the DM's putting down?
Well, I wasn't gonna ignore anything. I was just waiting for everything else to resolve before we start figuring out what would first.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a team meeting. That's why I'm gathering all the
See,
information.
you guys
right
kind of
now.
have two things. So here, yeah, again. So you know, the gnome was delivering something to you. The gnome was attacked by three figures, one of whom took the item and got away. The reason why they all got attacked was a nimble right attacked them with, and I'm assuming, unless Cara, would you keep that necklace quiet or would you let the party know about it?
I think she would put it on so
Yeah.
that she can kind of keep an eye on it, and then she would let the group know. She'd be like, "So,
If you walk down, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
found this. One of the kids brought it up, and I think this is the source of the fire."
So so if you come downstairs, you would pass Tyler. You said you're a bard of lore, and what does that give you to know stuff?
I'm not sure.
Am I supposed to know that?
I'm just looking at my character sheet that automatically
Okay.
does things.
Well, you
It's Player's Handbook, page 50, if I wanted to read about it.
if you and Ardal, you can decide which one wants to make the roll, but one of you two can roll an Arcana check at advantage. I may want to go with the one that has the highest bonus to Arcana.
Check.
Yeah.
I've got +3 to Arcana.
So Ardal has +3. What do you have to Arcana?
Let me check.
It's intelligence.
Sorry, I got disoriented.
Joe, did you hear what I was saying about the
Okay, yeah, I got
inspiration
a plus.
dice? Oh, go
I
ahead.
got a.
About the what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tylee.
I got a +3 also.
Well, why don't y'all do this? Ardo, why don't you roll a d20, and Tylee, you roll a d20, and we'll just go with the highest one.
I would like to point out that as
Okay.
an artificer, I have a special skill
Are you?
that
Are you?
lets me identify things if you wait for
Okay.
me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see what you guys. Maybe they'll get
I
it.
got a 10.
Okay.
I got 19.
Okay. So Tylee, you notice you can see that it's a necklace of fireball. So now you know. Now I mean, Kara, you kind of knew. You basically suspected, and now it's confirmed. Tylee, you see Kara come down with a necklace of fireball. And Lockett, if you see this, then I would just that's kind of given to you. You just you're like, yeah, it
Oh
is.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a necklace of fireball. Of
And
course,
y'all
I
see
know everything about magical items.
Hey.
there's five. Look at me. There's five. There's five little outlets, and two of them have been extended. There's three left. So there's a necklace of fireball with three things left. So that explosion, the reason why it was so big is that it was like a double blast happened. It was a double fireball.
Double whammy.
Yeah. So that definitely would. Y'all better be glad y'all went and died. Okay, so yeah, you guys, yeah, y'all know that. So the necklace would have your characters would know that the necklace would have been thrown from the nimble right. So okay, anyway, so now it's about one or two. So
Party.
you guys,
Lockett would be trying to gather everybody to have like a team meeting so we
Yeah.
could decide what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
yeah. So if you guys, if you guys go down, and you guys are kind of having your meeting, it's I'm gonna say at this point it's actually starting a little bit later in the day, and I need to know if you guys are gonna leave your bar open or if you're gonna shut it down for the night.
Well, we got staff, right? So
Yeah.
just leave it.
Yeah, the bar can operate. Okay. So where would you guys have this meeting? Describe to me the room, because I'd want to go to some room. You can't all pile up in one room.
Just standing in the hallway.
So go to the.
I mean,
I
that's
guess
what I'm saying.
the
If you-
library would probably be the best place.
Okay. The library. I'll say the library can accommodate you guys, and it's so as you guys are in there, there's a knock on the door, and as it opens, it's Cletus. Which Kara, you don't know who Cletus is, but he says, "Is there a Kara here? Is there a Kara here? Somebody downstairs. Some uh, looks like some fancy folks are looking for a Kara."
She'll stand up. What do you mean, fancy folk?
They seem to be. What kind of symbol would you have? Isn't it three lightning bolts, or what's your symbol?
Thor's hammer?
Yeah. Oh, is it Thor? Okay. Well, whatever your symbol is of you that you have, he can they have matching symbols like you do there. And they point at you,
And
Cara.
she'll nod and she'll go, "Thank you for coming to get me. I will go greet them."
So when you go downstairs, you can see some members. I can't think of the name. Is it Alkalite? What is a person that's kind of a low level?
Yeah.
Alkalite or something. So you can
Yeah.
see some lower level members of your um, temple, and they said we have some information about the bodies that were recovered. We were able to and they say our parishioner in local here in Waterdeep was able to derive some information from them, and they wanted me to pass this on to you. And they hand you an envelope that's sealed with the symbol of your group.
She will take the envelope, thank them for bringing it to her so quickly, and invite them to have a few drinks or food or whatever they need before they continue on, and she will return to the group with the envelope.
Yeah, and they yeah, Sid, you're offering them drinks and everything. They're really excited about that because they don't normally get they're not used to someone being nice to them or treating them like that. And and then as you head up, you find that they quickly get a little bit drunk. And Tylee, you can hear downstairs that Casper is sort of taking over the stage, and the acolytes are downstairs singing thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, and they're
Hey, this is not Thunder Tree.
yeah. So, anyways, so yeah, they could pretty much got drunk after smelling the ale. They smelled it, and it immediately took them there. And so anyway, yeah. So as you go up, if you so the only question, are you gonna they've given you information? Is this something you're gonna reveal to the party, or something you're gonna keep private?
She would have no reason not to share it, so I would suppose that she would share
I'm
with
I'm
them.
used to playing with Lockett. I'm used to playing with Lockett. Like every Lockett's like, I don't tell anybody. Nobody knows. Okay, so I gotta not apply
All the
rule.
information is
Don't
only for
yeah.
me.
Don't apply rules of Lockett to Kara. Okay. Okay. So Kara, as you open this up, this is what you know. Ready? Okay, y'all. Listen. Hang on. I get. I'm at that bifocal level, but I'm not quite there yet. Okay. Okay. Ready, guys? Okay. You Dalakar, which Tylee, as she's reading this, would the description that fits the name Dalakar is the gnome. So you guys, uh, basically what happens is these clerics, these are in this group of clerics are in Waterdeep. They don't stay up on the mountain, um, but they pretty much use speak with the dead to find out what happened. It's part of their preparation. That's your characters note. This is where this is coming from. So Dalakar stole an artifact called the Stone of Golor. Stone of Golor, Gollorr. So Dalakar stole this Stone of Golor from the lair of a beholder known as Xanathar, from a dungeon deep below the city. Dalakar worked for the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and he calls this Lord Draught Neverember. Lord Draught Neverember is Raynar Neverember's dad. The gnome believes that he's the rightful Lord of Neverwinter, not I mean I'm sorry, Waterdeep, not the current Lord. So your characters, you know that Lord Draught was kind of expelled from Waterdeep. He's no longer Lord of Waterdeep. This gnome, is loyal to him. He's always the Lord of Waterdeep. Um, so uh, so anyways, you know that Dalakar worked for the Open Lord of Waterdeep. And Tylee, you kind of knew this. So you know Tylee, you the bits of information you're like, yeah, this is true information they have because you recognize that. You knew by his symbol that he was. Um, it said that the Stone of Golar is the key to finding a horde of dragons, which you guys know that dragons means money. Okay, in Waterdeep, dragons is money. The Stone of Goldar is a key to finding a horde of dragons in the city. Dalakar had heard about a group of adventurers who rescued Lord Neverember's son from the Zentarum, and they thought that the Stone of Golar would be safe in their hands. He was on his way to deliver it to them, then planning to come back to the realm. That's when the fireball went off, and he doesn't have any more information after that because he's dead. Um, and so, did you guys understand the key points of that? Dalakar stole the artifact on behalf of Lord Draught Neverember, which is Raynar Neverember's dad.
Mm-hmm.
This Stone of Gardar is the key to getting into the dragons that are hidden in the city. Dalakar learned about you guys and what you did for Lord Neverember's son, saving him, so they wanted to take the Stone of Golar to you to be safe. You guys know, obviously, that stone was stolen. Um, the um, the Zatarum that they did find in the note, it says their name was Bashik, uh, Orpheus, and Wern Malgrave. You know that they worked for uh, Ursel Floxin that resided in Grauhund Villa. Okay, so here's what you know. You know that the people that came to attack the gnome worked for Ursel Floxin. She's one of the noble women in Groundhall Villa. So your characters know that. Um, and you know that their job was to catch Dalakar, and Dalakar would be carrying an artifact that would make them rich as kings. So that's what all you guys learned from the letter. What they had extracted was speak the dead. And the letter says to you, it's a little bit addressed to Kara, and it says, this information is unknown to Barnabas Blastwind, and it's the rule of the council that we think it should stay this way for now. So, Kara, so basically, normally the procedure would be to do in a murder situation. Normally, they would do speak with the dead, find out what information they have, and then give that to the investigator, right? But when you got implicated, they chose to give you this information, and he does not have that. That's why they sent it to you, because of that was supposed to go to you. And there's obviously betrayal with nobles involved, so they felt like it was best to tell you guys. So now you guys know all that. And everybody understand what's going on, or did I do a really bad job?
The
Like
plot thickens.
clear as mud. Okay, so you guys know. So your characters now know that, again, this information, they broke protocol and gave it to Kara. Um, Tylee, you feel that this is spot on because you caught him. You know he had something. You know he was with Nord. Uh, you know, uh, Neverember, Lord Draught Neverember. You guys are friends with Raynar, by the way. I mean, Raynar is a very close friend of your party. And so yeah, this stone apparently is a key to a vault of money or dragons. And right now, one of the little bad guys ran off with it, and you know that they were hired by Ursel Floxen, one of the nobles that is in Groundhold Villa. So, time to have a congressional hearing and do nothing. Okay, go ahead. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So, this is revealed to you.
I knew he was an imbecile, so that's why we're not involving him. Probably been bought and paid for.
So we're all together now, right? So I
Yeah.
would guess the first order of business is to decide which avenue we want to pursue first, because apparently we got a stone that was taken by this gnome fella, and it's missing. Now we do know that there happened to be one person who escaped that fireball. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll be able to track him at this moment, but we can still ask around. I got a few contacts I'm sure I can look up, as I'm sure you can as well. Car's the bounty hunter?
I have a
Yes,
question for
Celine
the
and
DM.
Kara.
Yeah, go ahead, Car.
All right.
What?
Like,
What
I'm sure
it?
between the two of us, we can figure out, we can get our contacts and figure out how we might be able to track these people down. I don't know about y'all, but I do know a little bit about this Xanathar's guy, and I had to track down his people before, and in Xantharm as well. But Xanathar is not a nice guy, so if he's involved in this somehow, you can definitely expect there's some danger around the corner, and he's gonna send everybody he can after that damn stone. Um, we can also look into this nimble rat. I think we might have a place to look for them. I'm sure it can't be that hard to find where they might be made in this town. I know I've seen them around, but I'm sure we can find out where they're made, and maybe question people and find out why one of these things might have been used in such a manner, and who we might be able to track them down to. So, anybody else got any leads? Anything else you want to maybe
What was
hunt
your?
down?
Who was it that had a question for the DM?
I have a question.
Oh.
Since I studied under a forge cleric, would I know that clerics can cast the spell locate object? As
Yeah.
a player, I know that they can cast the spell. I just want to know if my character would.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
The problem is that I
So-
didn't see the object, so I can't use
But
locate object.
Kara is a cleric who
Yeah, so
has
she
seen
could.
the object.
Well, Kara.
Oh no, Ty Lee saw the
Ty Lee
object.
saw
Never
the
mind.
Ty Lee
object,
saw
but
the
yeah,
object.
Kara did.
So I wouldn't know that. Never mind. My bad.
Let me.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but yeah, you have to
Do
see
you-
it up close within 30
Yeah.
feet. So
And it can't be
Yeah.
like an image of it. It's got to be the actual object.
Some people have homebrewed it so that you could like create minor image and show them what it looks like, but it depends on the DM.
You know, I'm a rules lawyer.
I have a really
Yeah.
funny idea.
Okay, go ahead.
If I were to just make my head the stone like a big head cheese or whatever that is that people do at sports games, would that?
What is it called? Locate object. Okay, let's see.
I was talking
locate
to this guy's self if that would work to help someone find locate object. If I like wore the stone, the side hat.
Hang on, let's see. Describe an
Yeah, it
object.
says.
Well, it says it's got to be within 1,000 feet of you.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Well,
mean, it
yeah,
would give
but then
us a
that's-
general idea.
But to like study the object, I think is what we're getting at.
Yeah, it says that you have to, as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once.
Mm.
Alternately, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So, I mean, and it says it
yeah.
cannot locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, is a direct path between you and the object.
Yeah. So you So if you guys if you look for the description, here's what I'll allow, and it looks like it's okay. You said it can be of the kind, so you guys would know, like, if you were to say a bread loaf, if you were to say, if I don't know, if you told me go look for a bread loaf size rock, I mean, I would know what I mean, I can look for that. So if you say that, but the range is only 1,000.
But it also lasts for 10 minutes, so you'd be able to like walk with it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys
If
want to
it
run around,
pings off.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you can. How does that take a spell slot to use that, or is it ritual?
Yes,
I think?
unless
It
it's
does,
a
it's a second
ritual.
level.
Concentration for 10 minutes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got. Yeah. So So if y'all get a point where you want to, flip that switch on, that'll the Ty Lee would be able to describe it enough where you I mean, keep in mind, if you got, like, if somebody has a stone wall built out of large stones, it may direct you there.
Yeah.
Other stones would throw you off. Any stone that's of that size, but I mean, if you
Does it account for it being green?
let me see. Well, I think the way it seems to describe here is it's saying a certain kind of jewelry or furniture. So I think you could say something like ruby, but I'm not necessarily. It doesn't. It seems to be. It seems to be like if you didn't have it in your hand, you're not able to.
Oh, okay.
because that's what it's saying. It's saying alternatively, the spell can locate an object. So like a ruby, but I don't. It doesn't look like you could be a specific ruby. But if you were in like a dungeon and there's not rubies everywhere, it seems like you could locate a ruby. You know. So yeah, it looks like that's it looks like that's rules is written as far as the alternative to if you don't know exactly what it is. I mean, that your character doesn't know. So Tylee would. So you have to take that. Do you have that spell as a bard? You
The locate object. I don't
yes.
think.
Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are able. So yeah, you can turn that on if you want, and your characters would know that within about 1,000 feet. You're just not going to want to cast it if you're near a stone wall, because you're probably going to get thrown off.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. You guys don't have to necessarily go to these things, but what's before you guys right now is do you go after this nimble right? Do you go after that? Celine, you with your knowledge, you know that there let's see.
It's also safe to say that you probably don't have that spell prepped right now, so we might have to take a long rest for you to prep it.
Yeah, you for reasons that are not known to me right now, but you do know. You would know that the best place to start if you were going to look for the nimble right, then you guys would want to go to the House of Inspired Hands, which is Waterdeep's
Yeah.
Temple of Gond. I mean, you know this even from the letter, that it seemed to be that those guys were working for one of the nobles at Growlhund Villa. So you know that the two plate. So the nimble right, if you're seeking that path, is going to be the House of the Inspired Hands. If you're going to seek the one who stole the stone, then that's going to be the Growlhund Villa. So you know that, and Celine knows where the location is. Do we lose
I think I would also
So
know where that temple is.
did we lose Kara again? Hang on.
No,
I
I'm
don't.
here.
yeah, probably
Okay.
if you been in Waterdeep for some amount of time, you might know where that
Well,
temple
not to
is.
mention my cleric that was his god.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
That's your guy. Yeah, then you know exactly where it is.
go.
This is who you're a part of. The House of Inspired Hands. That's part of your thing.
That sounds like the music cult I'm going to start in about 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do you guys want to do? Y'all can do. Let me run real quick. Ardell, what do you want to do? Y'all again. Y'all don't have to pursue these things. I just want to make sure y'all knew about that.
I'll just go with majority because I don't have a preference right now. So
Okay,
whatever majority want.
Kara. So you have all this information to you know that as far as pursuing anything here, you guys basically would either be going after the nimble right or going to the uh, where the stone got stolen. So what we care want to
Kara
do?
would mention that the Nimblewrights are probably more of a threat at the moment, but going to where the stone was stolen might offer more clues.
What would we know about anything?
Know about what?
The the villa. So we know that this person
You,
might have been at the villa, right?
yeah, you
That's
guys
where they're
are
holed up. But do
yeah
we know anything about the villa itself?
yeah you know that it's a villa of one of the nobles and you know that the noble is she's very powerful. It's let me see here. It's you got Lady Grauhund and Yala Galahund is the nobles of this villa.
Okay.
Lady Galahund. I mean, sorry, Yala Galahund and uh Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Yala Garahan is Lady Garlahan, and her husband's whose name is I'm not quite seeing right now. Her husband who has a name, Mr. Gallahan. Okay. All right. So what do you, what do you guys want to do? You want to make pizzas? You want to go on an adventure? Y'all tell me.
Why not both? Let's make a pizza to go.
Yeah. Make personal pan-sized pizzas and head out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so yeah, you guys all have a little personal pan-sized pizza. And where do y'all want to go? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Kara, you were voting for going to the villa.
I'm fine with either one. Going to where the stone was stolen is probably the better idea.
Okay, we got one for Stone, one for anything, one for Stone. Tylee.
Stone.
All right, two for Stone. Lock it.
Stone.
Three for Stone. Celine.
Well, looks like we're going after a stone.
Celine's like, well, I guess we're going there, huh? Okay, yeah. So, if you guys had, oh man, I put all these little tokens. Hang on. Let me let me move these. I gotta get you guys together here. All right. Celine, Ardall. Uh, who we let's see? Where did? Okay, we got Kara, Ardall, Celine. Is that everybody? Kara, one. Oh, where's our bard?
Kylie.
Yeah, where's our bard? Okay, our
What?
bard. Okay, there we go. No, I was
What?
just I was trying to gather your tokens. I was trying to gather my party before venturing forth. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Okay, I think I got everybody. All right. If I left somebody off, I tell you it is not personal. It's
Nope,
not
you
it's
got everyone.
it's not personal. It's incompetence. Okay, so on this map, you probably are gonna have to scroll to get to be able to see something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you guys are actually you're doing your normal thing that y'all love to do. It is. It's evening. It's late evening now. I'm gonna say. Is this fair to say 9 o'clock at night? That fair?
Yeah,
You're the
probably.
guy. Sure.
Yep.
I
Okay.
mean,
So
if
they
we're
out now.
if we're going after a villa that we're probably not welcome to, we're gonna go at night.
Yeah. So you guys appear, and you can see this gate, and it appears as if someone has landscaped a big letter G and the number one on the lawn. And your characters, you see this, but you just don't care. Like it doesn't mean anything to y'all. It doesn't draw any attention to y'all, and you just
Do I
it's
gain a level of insight and realize that there's some giant thing in the middle of the road that no one else
it's
Yeah.
like you
cop bloodborne?
yeah, you guys feel really inspired by, but yeah, y'all don't see that really.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you come up to this G1 area, you can see there's a set of lock gates. Now around the gates, guys, is stone. Like the whole wall is made out of basically like bread shaped stone. so so like every stone is a perfect shape of breadstone. And it's as if the whole wall is what you're looking for the whole time. Okay, and so you guys can see this lock, and you can see there's a path. There's several trees. You can see the detached coat house, and this lock. So yeah, you see a lock on the gate.
If nobody goes to unlock it, I take out some thieves' tools and start picking the lock.
Yeah, so give me a thieves tool check. which
What
I
do I do at
learned.
my dex and my proficiency?
Yeah, I learned that you get to add your dexterity modifier to thieves' tools. I
Oh,
didn't.
that's a
I
nat one.
I did a whole lot.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, so you go and you try to do it, and you feel like you do a good job, and you turn to the party and you go, "Let's
I'm a
go,"
little rusty.
and it's actually still completely locked,
I'm a little rusty.
and you're
Can I try
not.
again?
Hang on, let me see if you alerted anybody.
Okay.
Okay, you may or may not have alerted anybody. Let
Tally
me
would just be like,
let me
look,
let me just bring up my monster manual real quick. You may or may not have alerted anybody, but I'm just looking at the monster manual. Okay.
Should I
Um.
roll something? Like a
Okay. Yeah.
sneak
So
Celine's
if
attack
you
or
wanna,
just
something?
like, Celine's just like, let me give it a try.
yeah, yeah, you're able to do that.
So she is proficient with, I'm proficient with thieves' tools as well. Your
Do you
dexterity
have a
and your,
set?
I do have a set.
Okay. If you didn't, I was gonna give you mine.
uh, she does have a set. All right, so it's your proficiency modifier and your dex
Yes.
modifier.
Yeah. How many
Alright.
times have I played with groups and just done? We play with a lot of new players, right? So I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, these two, and like the whole time you could add your decks, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Like, man, I've been jipping people for years, but they're new players,
So
so they don't like argue
yeah,
or
they don't
anything.
know.
Yeah.
It's a 16.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. You
Somebody knows what they're doing.
you go and um you you don't get it because you feel this lock is a little bit more advanced. And let me see if you alert anybody.
I still don't get it.
It's yeah. You don't feel like it couldn't be done. You just feel like you didn't quite hit it.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys want to assist each other, does anybody else have thieves' tools?
no.
Okay, if you guys want to do it together and
Does
go at
anybody else
it,
have proficiency with these tools? 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
mind handing
Then
you
you-
my set.
then you guys can both roll, and we'll go with the highest one. If y'all want
I'll
to try it
just-
together.
Well, what's your? I mean, we can meta this if you want and say what's your dex bonus. But
Well,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is I'm not gonna make a roll. I'm just gonna tell him, if you do this, it helps
Wait.
a lot. And I know I failed, but
Alright,
Wait
so
a second,
if
Celine.
you
You have your dice.
to give me advantage.
Unless you don't want to
right?
waste it, you have your D6.
That's right. I have my inspiration die. So yes, I'll use my inspiration.
Okay,
die.
yeah, go ahead.
Jesus, I rolled a 1 on that. So that's a 17.
So he has this real Celine. She clicks and it doesn't quite make it. She's like, I got this, and clicks and it just doesn't do. Like click, I got it.
Alright.
Click. Okay, so all right. So then if you guys can do either one or two things. Either both of you can roll it, and we'll go with the highest, or you can decide which of you two is going to have advantage.
So one of us should definitely have advantage. My dex is 2 and my proficiency is 2, so that's a +4.
Yeah, I have a +5.
So
My dex
you
is
have
3.
advantage. And I'm like pointing out weaknesses of the lock and just like, if you do this, it'll affect that, and you know, mechanics.
What the fuck?
If
Yeah,
Tylee
that
gets
doesn't-
impatient, can she start
An
seeing if she
8
can
was
parkour
my.
the heck out of this wall?
Well,
I
let me
don't make it on that one either.
You don't make
Oh,
you still don't make it. Yeah. So okay,
Yeah,
if you want,
I rolled a 2 and an 8. So yeah.
so if you want to parkour it, what would be? Let me think here. If that would be athletics,
Acrobatics?
I'll let you pick between athletics or acrobatics. If you're gonna parkour it, I think that's definitely acrobatics. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can go for it. So give me a parkour as you try to scale this wall here.
Okay. Don't fail me now, Purple. Okay. I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah. So on an 18, you make it to the top, and you're not over, but you're sort of cat clawed. You basically got 2 more feet to go, and you're stuck. That was your whole movement, though. I mean, it took everything in you to get. So you're kind of you didn't fall, but you're just kind of stuck 2 feet from the top.
Locket gets a good idea, and her rat kind of just puts its paws under her feet and like lifts its
Oh
arms
my
like
god.
this much. Because it's not super big. And
That's
my
so
my
cute.
rat, when it stands up, is 6 feet tall. So does that help?
Let's see. What's
Wait,
the
are you
height?
helping me?
So
My
if you
rat is 6 feet tall.
okay,
And
so
my rat is just like lifting her
So
feet up
cute.
to help her over the gate.
and how many feet would you be if he's 6 feet? So let's see. Okay, so right now, Tylee, how tall would you be, Tylee? About 3 feet?
2.5.
Okay. All right. So Tylee is down. Tylee's at 15 feet. The top of her fingers are at 18. If he goes 6 feet, so she's 15 feet up. So how much can the rat get? Like, what can he do?
Oh, he's only 6 feet tall. He can only get up to
Oh,
6
okay.
feet.
All right. So yeah, but if somebody wants to climb up on the rat, you can gain 6 feet plus whatever the wall is 20 feet tall, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
So he can't help what he's gonna do and say he's gonna pick me up, and I'm gonna like balance on his feet
Yeah, so
and
if
try
you-
and scale the
yeah, if you want to go
Let's
to
go.
it,
the wall.
if you want to go to it, give me an athletics check. I mean, an acrobatics check, and then we'll add. Go ahead and add whatever you
I
have.
think mine's gonna be. Okay, yeah, acrobatics. That's 19 plus 2, so 21.
Okay, yeah, with 21, you scale. You're at the top, and it's 20 feet down.
Okay.
Now at the top, you're aware of what you guys see, like you can see what you see on the map. You guys don't necessarily see all that, but you do see that. You're up at the top. Kara, Kara? Am I saying it right? Kara. Kara, what do you do?
Kara.
Kara.
My rat puts
It's
its arms
Kara.
back down in the ready position to
Yeah.
help anybody else up.
Okay. Yes. All right. So Kara, what do you?
Where's your legs?
All right. What do you want to do, Kara? Fireball. Now you really can do it.
No.
Now you can fireball.
Yeah, she can, but she won't.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're there. You can, yeah. If you jump on the rat and try to scale it, then you get to add plus six to your acrobatics check, and you can add your. Now you can also do athletics with it as well. So athletics or acrobatics. Athletics if you want to just do a straight jump. Acrobatics if you want it to look cool.
Let's see. Well, neither one are going to be fabulous, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll. I'm going to use the rat.
Yeah, so yeah, you get a whatever you roll. Go ahead and add your normal modifier, and then a plus 6 on top of that.
Okay, so I rolled a 13 plus the 6, it's 19.
So Tylee's there, and you're 1 foot above Tylee, hanging on to this thing here. Okay, Celine, what do you want to do?
Well, that lock's being a pain in the ass, so yeah.
Every
She's
time my
like-
rat helps somebody, it just lowers its arms again to get ready to help someone else.
It's just like she's like parkour.
Yeah,
So
go for
she's
it.
gonna try and stealthily jump over this wall.
I think
All right.
Are you using my rat? Because my
Yes.
rat's
not to
very
metagame,
stealthy.
not to metagame me, but I
Well,
think
like-
stealthy is beyond. I think you guys are.
Yeah. My rat's not stealthy. It makes noises every time. It's like
Imagine like garbage cans falling over and all this clanky noise, and you see these people. Shh, 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 be quiet.
All right. Well, then if that's what's let me see. I'm trying to think. You said 20. Yeah, all right. She's gonna say, "Fuck it."
You're also human though, so you get a little bit more height on us.
Well, that's true. I think she is like 6 feet. All right.
Y'all don't make me do more math. Come on. I had something
Well,
going
That
here.
just puts him 12 feet up. That's fine. 12
let's
out of
see
20, he
what
only has to climb 8.
5'6". She's 5'6". All right. So I'm adding my acrobatics that we're doing. Let's say
Yeah,
18
and you can add the 6
plus
feet from
the
the rat.
6, so 24 if you're adding plus
Yeah,
6.
so you're able to make it to the top, and now you're at the top, and you're sitting at the top, and you're there's it's 20 feet down. So let's see who's at the top right now. So Celine. Um, okay, Ardal, what do you want to do?
Um,
Is everybody still up on top of the
Right now we got Kara
We haven't
is
made
wall?
it down.
Kara's one foot away. Ty Lee is 2 feet away. Lockett is up. Celine's up, and Ardal is up. Is in it's Ardal's turn.
Okay.
My rat's ready to help.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Corey's
I
back.
was
Yay.
going I was going to cast enhance ability, but if I get advantage on the by using the rat, then I won't bother. I'm gonna do straight athletics because that's actually higher for me.
Yeah, you can. It
So
just
it's
doesn't
not
look
gonna
cool.
look cool.
Yeah, it just doesn't look cool.
See her doing her rock climbing
So that's a
exercises.
21.
Yeah, so you make it right up to the top. So yeah, you're at the top. So now we go back to okay, Kara, you're up, and you're actually close enough, Kara, if you want to come up and then make your way down. Again, there's enough uh, footholds in the rock so you can climb down. So if you want to climb down, you actually can make it. Um, you can make it halfway down if you want. You can climb up and be halfway down if you want to climb over, or you can stay at the top, or you can stay there. You can sort of poke your head up, cast fireball, and then go back behind.
She'll go ahead and get climbing down.
Yeah, so you're in the next turn you would be down. So Kara is here. That takes us to Ty Lee. Same thing. You kind of can just get over. You can get over and be halfway down if you want. Well, you don't need to roll anything. If you want to
Okay.
get over, yeah.
Can I when I get halfway down, I'm only 10 feet off. What if I get a little bit low and like slide a little bit? Can I do a backflip off the wall?
On your next turn you can make a back.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you could. And then okay, so that takes us to Lockett. You're up. You're at the top.
So everyone's at the
now,
over the gate.
because you're at the top, Lockett. Because you weren't having to climb up over. You were at the top. You can make it all the way to the bottom this turn if you want.
Okay. Before I do that, I'm gonna have my rat climb the wall.
Yeah. So roll.
Do I
roll
have
for
to
your,
roll for my rat?
Yeah, roll for your rat. We need to
Does
get
he
your. I need to get your.
does he get any advantage because he's like sticking his fingers inside the claw
no,
inside the wall
yeah.
as he
No,
comes up?
Just do a regular roll. I don't. You know the rat. I don't know.
Okay.
You got all the power on
Okay.
that thing. You could say. You could give it any.
14.
Okay. Here's. All right. This is your. I guess this will be the rat icon. Let's see.
At
Okay,
least
you got a
for now.
14. Okay, so he was
Yeah.
6 feet. Yeah, so that's enough. He's at the top of the wall now. So
Okay.
he's here. Okay, so that takes us to and remind me about the rat because it's going to move on your initiative.
Yeah.
Celine,
Yeah.
you're up. Now Celine. Didn't you make it to the top?
Yeah.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
able.
she
Yeah,
made
you
it to
can
the
make
top.
it. You can make it to the bottom if you want.
All right, and what Celine would have done when she got up to the top is kind of like distance herself by a few feet from everybody, so that way we're not all like in a nice little line on top. So I'll like kind of crawl along the top for a couple feet and then, shimmy down.
Yeah, can you move your icon where you would end up down?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Grab something to drink. Alright. So I guess So she would probably be. She's gonna jump the gate. Hey, how about we do this? We'll say she was with everybody, but she kind of like. If it's my turn, I like to like stealth up into the trees to
Okay.
kind of
On,
take some shelter or
well,
cover.
on your move, like it's your whole move to get down. So if you were taking your action to get down, then you're
Okay.
down. You'd have to go your next move to like move that. Okay, so yeah, you're down.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
I think that's everybody.
down, I guess.
Not me.
Who didn't get to go?
I went. I just used my rat to go
Oh, you
instead
didn't
of
move on
me.
your turn. Okay, yeah, you're at the top, so you
Yeah.
can be at the bottom if you want.
No, I'm gonna wait for my rat to get to the bottom
Oh,
before I
okay.
jump down.
Yeah, so the rat's at the top and you're at the top. And let's see here. One second. Let me just give me just a momentous here. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. So, okay. Did y'all see a bunch of sharks get on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Celine's at the bottom.
Oh, it's the
Tally's at the bottom.
fabled land sharks
Yeah.
from SNL.
Ardal, you're at the bottom, right?
No, I just gotten up to the top.
Okay. All right. Then that's gonna be another here and another here. Let me move them a little bit. Okay. So, all right. So Celine, you're at the bottom here. Tylee, you're here. So there's one there. Ooh, that was not good. Okay, one's there. And one's on Tylee. I don't know if these things have range or not. It won't let me put the icon down. Okay, Tylee, that one's okay. There's two on Tylee, one on Celine, and then one gets uh, over here and into. So you guys are all up on the wall, right? Yeah, they would. They would.
Locket, Adriel, and my rat are
Okay.
on the wall.
Yeah, and that goes by Kara then.
Are these
yeah.
like Sharknado sharks after us?
Yeah, yeah. So you guys see these shadowy figures appear from the trees, and they kind of now you guys need to let me know if your powers does anything versus like undead. With all you clerics, you'd recognize these as undead. So the two on, hang on, let me write these down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. So the two on Kara, they do. See, all right, +4. It's going to be a 18 plus 4, which is going to be 22, and 12 plus 4, which is 16. So does a 22 or a 16 hit Kara?
The 22 does. She has an
Okay.
ace.
All right, so you take 9 points of necrotic damage, and
She's resistant to necrotic damage.
can you? Okay, you take half.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
and then
she's a Samir.
yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, you would take 4 points of necrotic damage. I'm gonna always give the half at your advantage. So if it's 9 points of damage at half, it's gonna be 4. Okay, so you take 4 points of necrotic damage, and then your strength. Let me see if there's any save for this. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a save. Your strength is reduced by 1 point. So so make a note of this. It's kind of like a temporary thing. Whatever your strength score is, it's reduced by 1 point. Okay, that's the end of Kara. This is on Celine. 8, and a 14. Did that hit you?
Nope.
Okay, this is on Ty Lee. Jeez, man, they're out to get your cleric. So that's a 7 and a 2. So I don't. Well, maybe the 7 would an 11. Does 11 hit you, Ty Lee? No.
No, thankfully.
I rolled a 7 and a 2. Okay, so they're done, and it's back to you guys. Ardal, you're up. It would take your movement to get down to the bottom. Right now, you're 20 feet in the air. You can also do ranged, if you can do range.
I can do turn undead, and each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw of a DC 12.
Yeah, 30 feet would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You could hit every single
All
one
of
of
them.
them. Every one of them. Yeah, go ahead.
F away.
If any of you guys know the answer to this, jump in. Don't when you get a reduction from these, don't you gain it back after a long rest?
It depends on what it's listed as. I think if it's like a disease or a curse, it won't come back. If it's just kind of like a
Oh, it says right here. I'm sorry.
If it's just an effect,
it says right here. It goes away after a short rest.
okay.
I was just saying because Kara, you have that potion, but I don't know that you necessarily want to waste that over something that could go away with a short rest.
Well, and she also has lesser restoration.
Oh, okay. Does that fix that? I'm like, okay.
Well, it depends on. Well, I don't know if it will fix a stat reduction unless it was brought on by like a disease.
It's okay. We can figure that out later. I just didn't want you to like use that potion if it wasn't necessary. Okay, so wait. Okay, so Arda, describe to me what they need to do. They need to all make dex saves, or what do they need to do?
Wisdom save, DC 12.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here they go. Wisdom saves. Come on. Don't fail me. Nat 20. Nat 20s all around. Okay. We got pass, pass, pass. 3 pass, 3 fail. So what does that mean if they have to do what? Run away?
It is turned for 1 minute until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions.
It does that
and it can only use the dash action to try and escape.
Okay, and it does that on its turn or immediately?
On its turn.
Spends its turn.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna. Can you guys see this red dot that I'm putting on these?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, everybody with a red dot is looks as if they're about to run away. So everybody with a red dot looks as if they're about to run away. Kara, you're up.
She's gonna cast Word of Radiance, and the 3 that are in front of her all need to make con saves.
Now, if they take damage, it goes away, right? Okay, so the 3 right in front of you. Okay, this is con save. Okay, good. I got something on this. Okay, we got a 4, an 8, and a 17.
The 17's the only one that passed.
I'm gonna say that he's the one that passed. Okay, so what happens to him? Man, you guys are powerful.
Word of Radiance. You utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution save or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay, do you roll that damage?
Yeah.
Now, do they get? Now they're vulnerable to radiant, so it should be 2 times. So you tell me what you roll, and then it gets doubled.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so number 1 took 8 points, and number 3 took 8 points. I'm gonna say that this one didn't take damage. That way, on its turn, it'll run away. See how nice I am, guys.
So nice. We appreciate.
It's not often that I get to play with like level 3 and 4 players. Or normally we're all doing one shots with level
Yeah.
one. So it's like now y'all actually have power. Okay. All right. So that's is that the end of your turn, Kara?
Yeah, that'll do for now.
Okay. And Tylee, you're up. Barred away. So the ones with red dots, if they take damage, they're not gonna run away.
Okay.
The ones without red dots are, are, are prime beef.
Prime beef.
They're
Yeah,
they're
Let's
they're
they're our next pizza.
they're Elliott barbecue.
Okay. I am looking for my. I don't know why not all of them are. Okay. I think fairy fire is too much. Josh's City's laughter could be good.
I wouldn't count fairy fire as damage if you did. Like it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it doesn't do
Yeah, I
any
wouldn't.
It
damage.
doesn't.
It just
Yeah,
likes
if it
giving
doesn't do
people
actual.
advantage against people.
What's the range of fairy fire? 20 feet?
60.
60 feet? Like
It
the area.
It affects a 20-foot or no,
Okay.
a 40-foot area.
Is it 40 foot? Does it also?
Yeah.
It affects.
Remember, I cast it.
It affects
It
what
says
she's.
it says range / area is 60 feet / a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can get them all if you want. That
I
doesn't apply to
would-
friendly, does it?
It
No.
does. They have to make a save.
Oh, even on my party does?
Let me see.
If they're in the area of effect, because when we did it on the first thing, I cast it and I was like, I can't not hit this person, so they also have to make a save.
Okay.
Hang on.
Well, I mean, you could probably put it in such which ones you're trying to get because you might be able to.
She would be
Put it
able
in
to.
such a way.
Yeah, she
three
would
of
be able to
these.
get these three without affecting. But if cube range.
Well, what about
yeah, it does say
this?
creature. So it does look like it would affect friendly. Yeah, I don't. I mean, do what you want. I don't know. That would be. You would. The
Okay.
best case scenario, you could
Yeah, because I say
possibly.
if you landed it like here, you could probably get all 4 of them and not
You could
still
get-
get everybody.
Well, I don't think you can get this person because they're just. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
hang on.
you
Let me try to put them
I
more in the
did
square.
here.
because it's
This is
Over here.
actually. Yeah, this is here.
a 5-foot.
Kara's
distance.
actually here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would be able to get these 4 people.
Well,
I think I'll
not the,
get-
Oh, if
The
she's right
fourth
next
one-
to them, then you would
yeah.
also get her.
Yeah, because I think it's a square, a cube.
But
But I
she
don't-
might make the save. Or no.
Okay. I will take a gamble and get all 4. I'll be a reckless.
So it's how we said 20-foot cube, 5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20. Okay,
So
yeah.
it would
So you can do all
start
4.
from-
Okay, so then Kara, do what is it? A dex? What do they do?
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. So what's your spell save DC?
Yeah, the save says 13.
Da-
So you have to
Okay,
make
well, I
it.
just barely made it with a
Yeah.
14.
I mean, what's your dexterity bonus?
0.
Oh
Who
no.
are you talking?
Kara's a cleric, guys.
Okay, it's
She's
fine.
running around in jail now.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so I'll roll. Okay, they one made it and 3 failed it. So I'm gonna say that this one is the one that made it, and these 3. What color do you want the fairy fire to be?
Purple.
All right. Let's see. Come on, man. Oops.
And now all attacks have advantage on them.
Right.
Blah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and who's after Tylee? Lockett, you're up.
Okay. Can I manage to make? Oops. I don't have control over my rat. Can I put my rat right here?
Yeah, hang on.
This guy.
Is your rat down? Is your rat at the? If your rat's at the top,
It's at the top of the wall.
then it's the whole
I-
movement to get down.
Yeah, I just want him to get down over here.
Oh, yeah,
instead
that's
of
fine.
Over
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Is
that's
that
fine.
okay?
That's fine.
So
yeah,
he gets down over here, and I
yeah.
can't move him.
Okay, yeah, let me see.
Control of the rat.
Uh, control by. I don't have control of the rat either. Hang on. the, the rat does whatever the rat wants.
Okay.
Okay, all players. Wow.
So
well,
he
no.
just gets down right there, and he's standing there in like a protective stance over
Yeah, no, that's just his
this
movement. So
lady,
he.
this lady.
Yeah, he would. It wouldn't end his turn. He would still have an action.
It's not the action to get down from the wall.
Yeah, I guess we should say that because it's climbing
Yeah.
down. So I guess yeah, be fair. That's what we've been
Yeah.
doing. Okay, yeah. So he's
I'm okay
down,
with
and that's
that.
the end of his turn.
So he's just standing there in a protective position, getting ready to help whoever's getting
Yeah.
struck first.
Can y'all all see the purple hue around those?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Well, in front of so the to the right of Carrie, Kara, I mean, there's 3 in a line. All 3 of those have fairy fire.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, y'all. Okay, so now lock it. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm 15 feet away, so I can hit him with my crossbow, right?
If you're up on the thing, then you're
Yeah,
20
yeah.
feet away.
So I don't have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
What's the range on the crossbow? Yeah, it's like 30.
Check.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. No, you're not in
Yeah.
melee range. Yeah, no. You're up. Yeah, I see what
Okay.
you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 80 feet is
Yeah, no, you're
the
good.
first
Yeah, you're
length.
good.
Okay. So that was a
Man, y'all can
12
flat mess up
plus
some undead, man.
stuff. So, so 19 to hit.
That hits.
I need to get my D8.
I didn't even look it up. I just assumed that hits. It sounds like it would hit. It sounds like something that would hit.
19.
Yeah.
6 points of damage, and then as my
Which
bonus
one?
action.
Yeah, which one are you hitting?
I'll do this one because it hasn't taken damage.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, whoever this person is, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on them.
All right. So Tylee, you have Sanctuary, and
It makes it so that if they try to attack you, they have to make a Wisdom save, and
Okay.
if they fail, they can either attack somebody else within range, or they just lose their attack.
Thank you.
How many points of
But
damage did you do?
6 points of damage,
Okay.
and it wears off if you attack anyone.
Okay. All right. So now, that's Celine. You're up.
Okay. So have any of them started running away yet?
No, they haven't had a turn yet. Y'all been obliterating. What's the word? Obliterate?
Obliterating.
Yeah, you've been doing that to them.
Crap. All right.
What I did was every time y'all missed, I added one, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna die!" And like, no, you aren't gonna die at all. You aren't even getting dinged. You're like just a flesh wound.
Too close to it, so can't do any shooting. So I'm just gonna start hacking with short sword, and I'm going to attack this guy right here.
Yep. Yeah, he's wounded in front of you.
All right. That is going to be right, yeah, it's gonna be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 6 points of damage for that.
All right.
And
Yeah, he's still up.
That'll have to be my turn. I don't have my guns out. I can't shoot. They're too close.
You could do it disadvantage.
Oh, well, yeah. I'd rather just attack with advantage. Just hack
Wait,
at
no. No, he's got fairy fire.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
So
don't
that
have
was
to. Actually, if that changes what you would have done, you can do that if you want to take the whole thing back.
Well, I'll take the advantage with the reroll and reroll for the advantage with the short sword, just
Okay,
because
yeah,
it
redo
would have
that.
made it a
Go
regular
ahead.
roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Take
Plus, I
that.
don't want to alert any
Yeah.
more people than we already have.
Yeah, you can take that
All
again.
right, the first roll was better. All
Yeah.
right, so
Oh,
that everything stands.
I'll let
6
you
points
keep
of
it.
damage.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you keep it. Okay. I'm sorry, man, because I know y'all don't see it on your screen. Okay.
No, it's fine.
All right, that was the end of Celine's move. Okay, so now, okay, you dash away, right? Okay, so
They
they
use their
go.
action to
Yep.
leave.
They
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
they have to use their movement and action to
Okay, they
move
can
as far
go
away as possible.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 80. Y'all have to give me that it may not
Yeah.
exactly be perfect. But they runs
And 40
here,
feet of movement. That's
he
crazy.
runs here, and he runs here. And the okay, so I don't know if anything happened to this one. Is it which one was it that had a problem if they try to attack Teely? Like they
If
can't.
anybody tries to attack,
What what happens if somebody tries to attack Teely?
they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, here's a save.
It's
4.
13 to pass.
Yeah, so he failed it. What happens to him?
He cannot attack Ty Lee. He can attempt to attack somebody else within range.
Okay, because he's right next to. You guys understand that the icons aren't lining up exactly perfect, but
Yeah.
he's in melee range of Celine, so he's going to go for Celine.
Okay.
That's going to be 13 plus 4, which is 17. Does
That
that hit?
hits.
You take
Yep.
9 points of necrotic damage, and your strength
9
is lowered
points of
by
necrotic damage.
2. Yeah, I think necrotic damage.
Powerful
I
little
don't know what that
things,
means. You
huh?
can't heal.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to do a thing. Can I do it now?
Nope,
I'm sorry.
don't do
Yeah, what
that.
is it?
My robot gives disadvantage on attacks to things that he's next to. So Celine is this one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So he would give disadvantage to with his reaction to try and block the attack.
Alright, what was a nat 1 then? So you don't take any damage. Nothing happens. I gotta look up this robot. This is like really OP, man.
It's the only
It,
thing
like
I
it
have.
can't die. Like you guys
It
can
can
die, but
die.
the robot can't die. It can
It
be
can
hit.
die.
Oh, okay.
I can just
Yeah,
bring
it
back
Oh,
Yeah, she just can
by
rebuild it.
working on it with my smithing tools for an hour.
not if it gets thrown into a meat grinder and fed to all the patrons. Sorry.
It doesn't have meat. It's made of
I
metal.
know.
It would come
I
out
was
as shrapnel.
I was just being facetious. Okay. All right. So that's okay. Yeah. So it missed you completely. Oh, and then okay to finish theirs out, the one on Kara. 9 plus 4 is 13. Does 13 hit you, Kara?
No, it does not.
Okay. So they do a whole lot of nothing. Ardal, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna toss a guiding bolt at I guess the one in front of Tylee.
Yeah.
I pre-rolled and that's a 17 to hit.
Okay.
And it's radiant damage, so I rolled a 15, so that means 30 damage total because it's
Yeah.
doubled, right?
So yeah. So you So when you. So is that spell a ranged spell?
It is 120 feet.
Yeah, so you got to do that not at disadvantage because they have fairy fire. So I'm just letting you know how that played out, just in case if yeah. So you kill him double dead because he's already undead. So you double dead him, and he's dead. Okay, is that the end of your turn? I mean, I mean, not only you killed him and all his mourning family. Like it
Can
spilled
I
over.
do a bonus action spiritual weapon?
I don't know. You tell me. Is
Yeah,
spiritual weapon a bonus action?
Yep.
Yep.
How long does
And I'm
spiritual weapon
gonna-
last?
1 minute.
Okay. All right. Well, here's your spiritual weapon.
Okay. I'm gonna put it to the one between Kara and Celine.
Here.
Think really good at that.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. So another spell attack. No, that doesn't hit. That's a 7.
Okay. All right, and that takes us to Tylee. You're up. So
Okay.
right now, there's nobody within range view. There's one. Melee range. You can do a range spell and hit a ranged attack.
Mhm.
You got one on Celine, one on Car. 3 over in the bushes.
Okay. I would love to rage. Kidding. I would like. I can use a cantrip as a bonus action.
Yeah, I think so.
Cantrips are usually an action. I would also like to remind you that if you deal damage to something, Sanctuary drops.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you.
Well, you guys do
You're
have the
welcome.
upper hand right now, though. I mean, you're not. I mean, y'all started with 6.
I'm just
and
letting her know
Yeah.
that I wasted a spell slot so that she couldn't get.
Yeah, you're protected if you don't want to. Yeah, if you look at the cantrip, they'll say like Shillelagh.
If I cast a spell that doesn't do damage, does that keep?
It's like
Then
the
no, it
spell
doesn't
should
affect
say.
them. It has to do damage. It has to do damage to something. So if you do like a CC effect, like hold person, it doesn't affect that.
Yeah, and some cantrips are bonus and some are not. Like,
Okay.
Actions.
Like Shillelagh is a bonus. You have to look at your spell to find out if it's.
Can I do just a complete character move and just message Locket like, thank you, and that be my turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, but thank you.
So Celine, you're up.
You could also move to try and get out of the way.
Yeah,
I'll get out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Do I still have
Go
that
hide in the
same
tree.
person?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, there's fairy fire. Yeah, the one in front of you has fairy
I'm
fire.
hiding in the tree.
Yeah, absolutely. You're there.
Still? Alright. So it's an advantage.
Yeah. Oh, not
With
it.
my
Well, it's not
for my
advantage. If you do range, if you do non-range.
Well, no, I'm just doing my short sword because
Yes,
I don't
that's
want to alert
advantage.
anymore else.
Yep,
Okay.
you're at advantage.
All right, so that is going to be
And pretty much if you have a bonus,
20.
you do it.
It's 20 something to hit.
Yeah, it hits. Any kind of a bonus, you got it.
And it's 6 points of damage.
You got it. He's out. He's dead. He's double dead. Okay. That takes us. All right. So now it's their turn. Okay. So these guys have to continue to move away, right? Because they have to go as far as they can. All right. So they go. I'm gonna say they all go pile up in this little corner over here. So they're over here. And this guy who's on Kara goes, boom, 13 to hit.
That misses.
So
Yeah, so he just you can tell that he's kind of disappointed in himself. Like he knows that you know that he can't hit nothing. He was kind of a failure in life. He's kind of a failure as a guard. You know, you have that moment where you know that he knows that you know. And we're up to Ardal. You're up.
Okay, let's just throw a Sacred Flame. It's a dex save on the one beside Kara.
16.
No, that saves.
Boom. All right.
finally got a good roll.
That's
good
right.
job, Chris.
That's right. You guys are worried now. I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are starting making your
That last
second
guy,
character.
he's gonna last the
Yep.
next 10 rounds, man.
Okay. So that's Kara. Kara, you're up. He's right on you. And he knows that you know that he knows.
He's gonna cast Word of Radiance again.
Yeah, they don't like
He needs
that.
to make another con save.
Con,
Yeah.
go. Ready? Ready to see the comeback? 5.
So
Plus 1. Plus 1. 6.
he has to
job,
make a
Chris.
save of 13.
Oh. Okay. He rolled a 6.
Okay, so let's see.
So what do you do? What do you do to him?
I do 3 damage, but since he's vulnerable to radiant damage.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage.
Okay, he actually is. Let's see. Oh, 6. All right,
Yeah.
he died. And you can see like a little ghost tear go down his eyes as he was a failure in life. He was a failure on the battlefield. And I
She's helping him ascend
yeah.
from this horrible, wretched second life.
Yeah. Okay, so he goes to Avernus. And I mean, right now, I guess for the next rest of the minute, those others are just gonna run away from y'all. So you can see there's a door over. Now I don't know if y'all want to do anything to them. I mean, they're there for a minute. So if y'all want to go chunk them with rain spells, I guess there's nothing they
Yeah,
can do to you.
Lockett does not trust that they're gonna leave us alone, and also this is the only place we know that there's an escape. So
If
Lockett plans to deal damage.
if you guys, I tell you what we'll do. Just for the okay, yeah. Let's hang on, let me run over here. I was gonna say if you guys are gonna go kill them, I'll just deem them dead because you guys are gonna do it. I mean, they can't touch you,
Yeah.
so y'all killed them. So I'll give you that. Okay, so let's see. Oops. Let me click here. Okay.
Participer for the saves.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, y'all take it out. You you hear in the actually it even happens up here. You guys hear so up here you don't necessarily see it on your map. Let me draw this for you real quick. You guys can see like a balcony here.
Yeah.
That's above, and you hear right up here. You can hear the window break, and when the window breaks, you guys can see glass shatter. You hear the sound. It sounds like fighting going on, like a war. Like you know when that breaks, you're able to sort of hear sounds from inside, and you can hear a lot of shouting. You guys see what clearly looks to be the nimble right, and it basically jumps all the way from the balcony down to here, and like in an instant scales that wall, and that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh man.
Good job, guys.
My whole
Sounds like a good
person
place
is
to
60
end.
feet.
Hang on, let me hang on. Wait,
I mean,
before
it probably
What I-
use teleport.
yeah, hang on. Let's see. All right. Do y'all uh, let's see here. Hang on. Okay. Do you guys want to say so I don't do like I did last week? Do y'all want to say goodbye before I end it?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.